So to make sure it's clear.
All right.
Send over here.
So I guess we're kind of there. Let's do the acid loop. Do you want to do the acid loop?
Let's do the acid loop.
No. All right, stop it. Let's stop that.
All right, so I sent both of the links. You want to push it on your
Oh, now you want me to do something?
Sorry.
Classic.
Sorry.
And I
So
want that
sorry
beer.
for you today.
I want that tasty beverage.
Ooh. We didn't find whiskey, did we? Did not.
Well, there's what's
There's
left
some
in
of that.
here.
Yeah,
There's the
mystery.
mystery
Mystery.
Let me have the mystery juice. Because I'm willing to bet it's something.
Yeah. Like the
I don't know.
mystery juice.
Joe liked it last week.
Yeah, you drank the shit out of it.
Didn't even hit.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
let's do this.
Alright.
We'll do an
Okay.
intro.
Give me
We'll
this.
roll right into it. I
Okay.
said
You want mystery whiskey?
I got it.
Oh, yeah, I might as well take another dabble too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't write bulls, you might as well drink.
There you go.
That's what my granddad never said.
Whoa, wait, what was that again?
Oh,
He speaks in riddles.
Cans?
Don't
yeah,
matter.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
That should be fine.
All right.
Keep it close.
What would you say about that? Going out Wednesday night, working out, doing a real thing, hanging around, and then coming back.
I'd have to check. I'd have to cancel the Thursday thing.
No, you get back by that.
Alright.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gone.
Could be fun.
I'm just playing.
Oh,
Could have a little fun with
nobody
it.
panic like that.
A little more in my headphones, though.
Well, I've got the
God
headphones.
damn it.
I got the headphones down. They're
Oh,
gonna
because
be
we're
down
going to
here.
do the,
Oh, are we all
we-
do the
I'm
acid
bringing-
loop?
we're all the same mix? Is that it?
I think
no,
y'all
you
are
actually
your
have
mix.
your own.
Well,
You
you
got
bumped
your
you,
earphones.
you bumped him up, and we came up real loud.
Yeah, I came up loud here too.
Yeah, I control
That's all
it
that matters is
overall.
my voice.
Oh, I see.
anyway.
Then we can adjust backwards.
You can adjust back.
Okay.
That would be here, I think.
I've got an
It's either
overall
there or there.
Okay.
feed, so
All right.
I can put it
Hey,
wherever.
hey, 1, 2. I could use a
There we
little,
go.
little more of me if you got it. I just, I don't want to blow
it
my
this one?
voice out before the big gig.
Is that
There
it?
you go.
Hey, check. There we go. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
What about you, John? You comfy over there?
I am
John, you comfy?
so damn comfy. So
Super
damn.
Did you guys
comfy.
eat your edibles on the way over here?
Man, I was
Get
looking
it
for
all.
some and I didn't find any.
We might can help you out with that.
Just
somewhere.
All right.
I don't know.
Hey, all right.
Or we eat them all.
I don't know. There may be some out in the garage in the
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
This is one of those
And,
tricks where you like go,
fridge.
it looks like a dick.
Yeah.
It's an edible.
It's inedible.
I'm like,
Just get it.
There's a theme here.
is that too soon? Is it too
No,
soon to
no,
broadcast
no.
for that?
You're
Okay.
spot on.
So
I
how
need
do
more
you-
of these
how do you-
cherries.
Yeah,
How
more
do-
cherries and more dicks.
How do you
Yeah.
turn down that vocal over there? He's killing me over here.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
I
whoa,
am.
whoa.
With kindness. No,
I think
with-
he,
no,
yeah, I think
with
he meant
sweetness.
that in a sweet way.
Yeah, no.
I'm watching it. Go for it. Talk.
Hey, check. There we go.
There you go, right there.
The thing is, louder I am in my headphones, the softer I talk. Otherwise, I start yelling because I'm assuming that no one can hear me. So it pisses everyone off.
And you need to be
See,
heard.
start the show?
Want to leave.
Would you like to start the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're gonna start the show. Here goes the intro. And I'm bringing it down.
Yeah. Is this live? Down here? Okay.
I forgot what intro we put in.
Huh?
I forgot we put this intro in.
So there's the camera. Where's the other one? Oh, there. These are the two cameras?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to get a.
I'll try to keep it on the person talking best I can.
What's the question?
No. They just had to talk about the camera. I'm trying to keep it on the right people.
What is this?
We just shoot the shit. You keep burying shoot the shit. What's that? That, St. Arnold?
Ah.
Show number 252. It is Tuesday, March 13th, 2018. And I have no words, no little whip monikers to say.
Just say Happy Tuesday.
Just Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Yeah, Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
I don't even have that loaded, so I can't go through that whole bank
What?
of stuff. I mean, if you
Why don't we just
just
call the false start and get everything loaded up then?
if you talk to our guest, I bet you I could get it done. You could throw it over to our sit-in producer of the day.
Hey, Jason. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Matt. How are you today?
I'm good.
Excellent, excellent.
I'm alive.
Why don't you say Happy Tuesday to our awesome guests?
I will. Hey, Chad. Happy Tuesday.
Oh, and to you, old friend.
John. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
How are you guys doing?
Man, I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've offered up some Giga water, which is fun.
Yeah. That comes standard.
We got Chad here. Got all of you three.
Yes.
Yes.
You're working maniacally over in the corner. If you can see that on
We're
the
stalling.
video.
I am. I'm stalling.
We're
just so I
podcast
can get
stalling.
this. See, my day's been wrecked all day today, so I am not of sane mind.
Bigfoot. Happy Tuesday, man.
Happy Tuesday, Bigfoot. Marlon's not here, but
Gus.
Happy Tuesday, Marlon.
Happy Tuesday, Marlon. Happy Tuesday, Rebecca.
Happy Tuesday, Rebecca.
Happy Tuesday.
That's enough.
We can do more.
We can. We have a whole bank of them now, so we
Yeah.
can just keep going. We could probably fill up about 30 minutes of just Happy
Yeah.
Tuesday stuff if we wanted to.
I think we should do a
But
whole
that would
show.
be terrible.
Like we were talking about the edibles a while ago. Let's just take edibles about an hour before the show and then just do Happy Tuesdays for 2 hours.
And put all these on like a delay
Mhm.
and a chorus.
Yeah.
And just screw everybody's mind up.
Yeah.
And like, okay.
That's
Maybe
podcast
we have
gold.
to sync it right. We say, okay, eat the edible or
We don't sync anything right
drop the
anyways.
acid now. And then about 30 minutes in the show, you just start Happy Tuesday, Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could do acid. I was just talking about eating some good old-fashioned edibles.
Whoa.
Or some shroom. I mean, we'll do shrooms. We'll compromise.
Okay.
And then just play Happy Tuesday over and over.
Through chorus and delay.
Yeah.
And just make it psych fest of Happy Tuesday voices.
Yeah. Psych Fest. Interesting
Yeah.
that you brought that up because it's that time of year. South by Southwest.
It is.
You going down there?
That's a dumb question. We've only been promoting it for like 2 weeks that we're going down there.
Jason, are you going?
I am not. I have sworn off of that trip
Why? You
because
don't
of
like
the,
Austin anymore? You don't like South by Southwest?
I don't like the 8-hour drive home.
Hey, wait.
What?
You're taking the wrong route, man.
Yeah, you're dumb.
I may be exaggerating somewhat, but it was a pain in
About
my
3
fucking
hours.
ass is what it was.
5 hours. You're
Yeah,
exaggerating.
You're exaggerating quite a bit.
No, not 5. More like exaggerating by 2.
What are you doing?
I've made the 6-hour drive sitting bumper to bumper the whole damn way home.
Because of traffic.
Yeah.
That's
Are you?
when. Yeah.
Are you going by way of Shreveport?
Are you driving to New Mexico?
Are you front loading with mushrooms?
Yes.
doing-
Okay.
Is that what's going on?
Are you driving the Leon Lett route?
Hello. I wish.
What was
Well,
his
without
route?
the outcome, but yes.
He wasn't going straight 35, was he?
No, I thought it was through.
Like
I thought
Mount
it was coming
Pleasant?
through Louisiana or something.
Wasn't Mount Alva?
No, what? Or Mount Volva.
Speaking of Mount Pleasant, did you see they got 6 inches of hail?
Yeah, I
A
saw
4-inch
that.
hail? 6 inches of 4-inch hail in like
Yeah.
15 minutes?
Yeah. It's a hell of a good time.
And that's Jason, our weather guy, at the 10s and 2s.
So you've had an
That's how you drive.
you've had several 8-hour trips coming back from Austin? It's
Yeah.
never going down?
6, maybe 6, not 8. But yeah,
Damn.
All of us in here
6
look at you like,
hours?
it sucks, dude.
when do you leave?
Are you driving in reverse?
On
Yeah.
Sunday, you know,
You've already failed.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Pros don't leave on Sunday.
Just
It's
stay
either
another
Thursday,
day.
you gotta
I
stay
never
another
called
day.
myself a pro. Never called myself a pro.
There's the problem.
Not once.
Well,
But I
you're
did
in the
swear
middle of
the
the night.
second time I did it, I swore off of it. I swore off of
You've
it.
never done the middle of the night coke bender, leave at 4 and got rolled back in like DFW right around what 8,
Can't say I have.
5, or
Coke and I
6?
don't get along.
If you,
Math is crazy on this show.
It is crazy.
if you leave the Yellow Rose
That's
when
the
it
Coke.
closes at
Yeah.
4 a.m.,
That's how we schedule ours.
when you leave the Yellow Rose at 4 a.m.,
What time we're leaving the Yellow Rose?
You will get back in town at
7.
8.
Oh, at 8?
Yeah, because you got to stop to eat somewhere. You
What
got to
if-
stop for kolaches to put something in your food in your body to go,
Yeah.
or at the Buc-ee's. Now they have a Buc-ee's in Temple.
Yeah.
Need sugar, sweets, coffee,
Yeah.
Beef jerky.
beef jerky. So, are you boys going down there?
Yes,
Why
I
don't we
just.
introduce them?
Oh yeah, that's probably a good
We
idea.
could do
Let's do a
that.
full-blown introduction.
Yeah, who are these boys?
Let's do the old school way. Ladies, we're going to do this from
Ladies and
radio
gentlemen,
left
members
to
of the
right.
press,
So if you look at your radio dial, you would look to your left and right,
your keyboard.
and we're going to start on this side of the room. Go ahead.
My name is John Pedigo.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
It's very very good to be here.
Well, thanks for coming, man.
We
Mhm.
appreciate you coming out here.
Yeah. We're honored to have you in here.
Feels good.
Yeah, we put our big penis out today.
I know. I was gonna say, did the
Oh.
cameras catch all the
No.
ambiance of the room?
I think we limit camera work to 2 dicks.
Yeah,
Like, we only have 2 dicks in the view, and
Well,
then
now-
the other secret
Be
ones.
sure and clear a path. To
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make sure that guy
the
gets that.
star,
You've got it.
the star attraction.
Yeah.
Man,
If you clear the path, you can see that one. We try to keep the dicks down for rating reasons. You don't want an NC-17 because that instantly tanks you.
But we always get
Keep
NC-17
it
anyway.
right at an R.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a solid R.
A solid R.
Yeah.
So we leave the 2 dicks out here, but then the pinata dick we leave out of view because that's promoting like pinatas and penises. It's a
That's-
gray area, really gray area.
I don't know if it's gray. That's a.
Kind of a fleshy pink, yeah.
It is. Kind of, I don't know. What color is your John?
No.
Man,
I've
I
been
get
to-
that checked out.
I've been to Austin a lot.
They make pills for that.
I've gone to Austin a lot.
Man.
It's like reverse roast beef.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh man,
Oh,
Tuesday.
boy.
That's a Saturday night joke.
That's a I've already sealed the deal joke.
You're blowing that out at the beginning of the week.
Oh man.
All right, so yeah, real quick, let's throw this out there. We're doing the, like we've said in the past couple of weeks, we're doing the new Nashville Riverboat Showcase on Friday. There's 2 of them. There's one that is one from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and the second one is from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It is on a riverboat,
It's
as
on
the
a boat.
name suggests. We're on a boat. The boat's board at noon and at 5 at the Hyatt Regency dock, and we will float around.
And
Lake
come out
Ladybird
and say hi to us, and we'll give you a sticker.
and some candy.
We'll just take a bag of dicks and put it in the pinata. Did you introduce Chad?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my
Man.
god.
Rude,
What
dude.
the heck?
Hey,
I
it's
just
all right.
had this. Oh my god.
Chad's about to
Where are
walk
my
out, man.
manners?
It's all right. We're doing fine, folks.
You
Let's
can
just
punch me in the
settle down,
balls.
yeah.
All right, go ahead, Chad.
Hello, my name is Chad Stockslager. I'm delighted to be here with my dear friend John Pedigo to be a part of this splendid presentation, which I'm sure will delight and dazzle for generations to come.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't
Thanks
know
for the
about
good
that.
fortune.
You're
Too much?
putting
Too
a
much?
lot of
No,
high
you're
hopes
good,
on
man.
it.
Seems presumptuous
For
now that I
minutes to
said it.
come.
Yeah. Now
How
that
long
I-
does it take you to
Moments.
get back from Austin, Chad?
Oh, I blaze it. I hit it hard. So I get right around 3 hours. I reckon.
And you sound presidential. Can you come on our show every week?
I was going to say that you needed to be doing like Planet Earth, be the commentator for Planet Earth, maybe.
Attenborough, right? Hey, he does quality work. As long as he's still with us, I think he's got the job.
Yeah, he does have the job, doesn't he?
And you got a badass jacket, man.
Oh, well, I didn't know what to
Can I
expect.
borrow that for Austin?
We walked in here. It was a bit of a wintry climb.
You want?
I'm glad that I came prepared.
Wintry mix.
Great.
You know, win-
So when are you boys going? Well, okay, let's break this apart. Should we talk about where you boys are from, who y'all play with,
Yeah.
and then we'll get into what you're promoting?
Yes, it's a rich tapestry, really, spanning a generation of friendship and merriment. So I think maybe we should start at the beginning.
Yes, it was 1982. And
Yes.
we were in the playground.
Seems like only yesterday.
Yeah, he was in Terrell. I was in Dallas. But we felt a kinship across town lines, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
you touched each other's souls.
That's right.
That's right.
But he plays in a band, or he did play, I don't know what you'd say about the King Bucks, but the King Buckaroos, I see have a show coming
We
up
remember
in
this
May.
band.
We know this
You
band.
guys know the King Bucks?
I do know
We
these.
know
We
bands.
do.
I know this band
Finally
very
getting
well.
some goddamn respect around
Yeah.
here. Appreciate it. Good to hear that. Good to hear that.
The King Bucks were a dandy band.
Yes.
Still
Well,
dandy.
We did our best, yeah. Thought it was a good run.
So you got something coming up though in May, right? With the Bucks?
Yes, we're playing out at that new Toyota thing in Irving.
Are you
Is
really?
this the
Cool.
OG lineup, or is this the?
With
kind
the
of
exception of our former drummer, so we'll have a ringer for that. But
Who's playing drums?
the great Matt Trimble, who's
Ooh.
an estimable talent of great consideration. I highly recommend looking him up. Quality work.
What are y'all doing out there? Is this or who y'all playing with?
Well, they've got a deal they've set up around the major arena there. It's sort of a pavilion, if you will, and it's all sort of tentative at this point. But it's my understanding that you enter in through one of the entrances and you pay for like a wristband, and they allow you to go to all these different venues and see live entertainment. They've got some smaller stages out there, and I've been doing my best to help them, fill up those spots. So,
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
the Pedigo Magic Pilsner will be also out there. I believe
Oh, this is getting better.
in April.
Yeah, we're gonna be there April 11th.
Do we get free booze or anything
And
with the
May 4th.
wristband?
I don't know exactly to that extent. We're still kind of working it all out, but it looks to be very promising.
I'm glad it's promising.
Is there a title on this? You think?
No, this is a series. They're going to have
They're
live
just gonna
music, live music like nonstop. That's their
Nonstop.
It's a
goal.
festival thing, huh?
Yeah, but like on
Yeah.
the regs. So it'll be good.
Cool. And you're out there twice?
Yeah, the Pills. We're gonna be playing in April sometime, but I know May 4th we're gonna be out there
Yeah,
or something.
I have my trusty book. if
Oh
you
no,
should-
yeah.
Yeah, but you can break it out.
That's what's
Okay.
good.
So Chad doesn't believe in the shared calendar that everybody can see.
Yeah.
He likes the one that he has to go all the way back home
Yeah,
and then find
Oh, I just keep
underneath like a,
I travel.
It's
with-
catnip.
Yeah,
and then he pulls it out and then he pulls out a pen.
yeah.
Or a
Yeah,
pencil.
so no, the Pedigo Band will be there April 11th, which is a Wednesday. That'll be the 8 p.m. slot.
How long have you had that book, man?
Oh no, I get one every year. It's a quality
Oh, it's a
product.
yearly thing, huh?
Yeah, it's a day minder, and I like how you can make little notes on the side here, and you can keep everything. You got nice
You
big
don't-
squares.
If only
do you-
they would make a digital version of
Yeah.
that, all right?
Oh,
Like
no.
somebody would make $1 million.
It's not trustworthy.
Yeah.
Something you could draw
The
on.
Apple-
dude.
It's
the Apple
hackable. You
calendar.
can't hack that
Yeah,
unless he gets
exactly.
drunk and leaves it at.
I
I don't know,
hacked
Kessler.
I
that
just
was-
hacked it.
It was
I
just
hacked it.
True.
It's not a hack.
I remember
You're a
editing
hack.
that part out of the show.
no,
So, are there any girls' numbers in there, man?
no.
We
well,
can call
it's,
because we can do phones.
No, this is all business, strictly business.
Okay.
Even with the ladies, strictly business. We keep it nice and clean around here.
Man, I feel like
But,
I need to behave.
Well,
Why?
you
Intimidated
guys,
by Chad.
You guys can cut up in your usual way. I tell you, I
I don't want
walked
you
in
to
here.
put my name in the book like with a.
I was looking at
Marked
this.
by it.
I was looking at this ambiance in here, and honestly, I thought we were just going to start making crank calls. So I mean, it's okay.
can.
I figured you guys. I don't want you guys to go off script. Just do your normal bit.
It'd be better than our normal podcast show
That's
for
all right.
sure.
It's all right.
But thing about prank calling now though, you can't get away with it. That's almost impossible to do now.
You can't.
No.
Not with caller ID and everything.
No, because they're just like Stubbs. Is this you?
Neat.
Yeah, neat.
Neat.
Another fart joke.
You can't even do it to Google Voice because it
Yeah.
shows up who you are.
Yeah. So, but we can try one out if you guys want to. Yes.
It'll probably fail, but we can always try.
Yeah.
So, and John, you were from the O's. You
That's
were
right.
0.5% or 50%.
God, yeah.
But
There's
0.5.
two of us, so yeah.
There's two of y'all, so
That'd be a
you're
slight
50%. But
insignificant amount. That would be next to Taylor. But no, yeah.
Taylor has a huge share in
Yeah,
it.
that's right. I'm just doing my best. Yeah, one half of the O's. That's right. So when we're still kicking here and there, Taylor is down in Austin right now. I think he's playing tomorrow morning. But yeah, man, we still kick it. But we got this new Pilsner.
That's what was making all the noise.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
I thought it was a slow fart for the last like
heater.
30 minutes. It's like, man,
The heater.
that's a problem.
That is a problem.
But now I'm still in the O's and got this new band kicking, and we're just trying to play as much as possible out and about, depending on what day it is. Unless she
Yeah.
offers whiskey, then I kind of forget about playing.
Well, that's
So-
the point of whiskey, right?
That's right.
You just
So
forget about
the Pilsners,
Yeah.
Pilsner, Magic Pilsner. How long has it been around?
We just started this thing last year,
Mhm.
and because I don't know if you want to hear the history of it.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, we like history.
So my dad, he got cancer and ultimately passed away, but
We don't like history.
No, okay, I know it's a sad tale, but because of it, I wrote a bunch of tunes, kind of dealing with that and such, and put together a record, and was lucky enough to have guys like Chad, Danny Bayless, Chris Holt, Ken Bethay, and a bunch of people kind of jump on and play on the record, which was really nice. And we put it out, and now we're a band. And we thought we'd kind of give it a real go, so it's pretty exciting. And so the band name comes from my dad's old bowling team, which was from his failed attempt at making beer. But it was the early '80s when he tried to
It's
make
more
it.
about drinking beer.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
the-
It was
than
well,
the
he was trying to
making the
make
beer.
Miller Lite, and it was like before people like thought they could make beers like they do now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like and
yeah.
everybody's like, oh, I can do that, and they
Well, it's easier now. Back then, it was a little.
right.
They didn't have the kits and everything that you
Right.
could just buy.
I think his ultimate was like sand with like water in it. You know what I mean? And I think
A lot of
these-
sediment.
yeah. Oh, that's what they call it, sediment. Right. That's the fancy way.
So
of saying.
you guys went to the studio first before you started playing live. Is that what happened with this
Yeah,
project?
yeah, that's true. Like so, kind of had the songs, and then I kind of booked some time, and I kind of engineered it myself, and had people come in, and
Yeah.
slowly built it from nothing. It was, it's cool, and it sounds cool. I think in the
It
end,
does sound really cool.
you know, I think
It sounds
ones of people
really
like
good.
it. So
Yeah.
ones of people like it so far, so that's good. You know, 3 more today, which is nice.
Now you just
Chip
released
away.
it last week or the week before?
Right, it
Week
came on
prior?
March 2nd, and if you're listening to this in like 2020, man, that's great. Good for you. You have great listeners. But
Yeah.
so yeah, March 2nd, 2018 is when it came out.
Not 2020.
No. I'm
Okay.
just saying in case somebody's listening to it
Later on.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I got to go back and listen to all the episodes. You know?
Yeah.
There
Yeah, I worry about
Because
that.
y'all are famous. I don't know.
No.
No, I don't
not-
know about that.
No.
No.
Huh?
But
And
there
that's the
are
last thing
idiots
we
that
want
do it.
people to do is listen to our first episodes. We try to act like that never
Well,
happened.
this is the
Yeah.
250 what?
Second.
Look at
50
that.
second. That's good.
Yeah.
Did you just start it? Did you really count them all, or is this really
we
like
started
sixth?
at 195.
Okay,
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
is the
we,
60th.
we didn't learn how to do
I was
it
gonna say, I
until
think
actually right around
someone's
200.
fudging the books. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything before 200, well, it still sucks.
Yeah, it's still
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying here.
So, I did read the Dallas Observer article right before the album was released because I'm one of those people that still read the Dallas Observer.
Nice.
I-
Congrats.
It's when I find one, I'll pick it up and read it, even though it's like a pamphlet now. And I only say that because I used to be an employee there, and I can stab at them. So.
Yeah.
Ah.
I wouldn't say anything bad, but you can.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's gotten very thin. In fact,
DustinSchneider@gmail.com.
We-
DustinSchneider@gmail.com.
in fact, last night I was with some guys doing a business meeting, and there was a Observer and a Fort Worth Weekly
Yeah.
right there beside each other.
The cosmic battle.
The Fort Worth Weekly is 10 pages thicker now
Huh.
than the Dallas Observer.
Was it your business meeting that I know about?
Yeah.
How'd
Is
that
this like,
go?
Like a
It
drug
went
deal?
good.
or-
Well,
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Are we going to talk about it on the
About-
show yet, or what?
No, it's about
Okay.
photo stuff.
We're
photo
still
and concert
underground?
stuff. Yeah, we're still kind of
All right.
So, but I read your article a few weeks ago, and it, the way it talked about your the album and the way you wrote it around as your father.
Yeah.
Did he get to hear any of it, or any of
He-
it come together?
Yeah, he did. I got to play. Well, he didn't hear the final product or anything, but he did get to hear pieces of it going throughout. And yes, it was certainly his favorite thing that I've done, which is cool.
Yeah.
For whatever that means. You know, what I mean? Could have been like it's like the best of the worst or whatever. But no, he did tend to like it.
So
But
he
yeah.
didn't go,
No, he didn't. He was like,
I kind of dig it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just liked. I mean, it helped that it was named after him in a way. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
his bowling team and everything. So that
Does it-
probably
Do any of
skewed
the
his
members of the
opinion.
bowling team reach out to you ever? And like,
No.
man, I want a shirt.
No, no, not yet.
Have you made any bowling style shirts?
No, we were
to
just
sell?
talking
That's
about
kind
that
of
the other
cool
day,
thing.
and that is the next merch thing that we won't sell. I want to make sure we get quality shirts that people won't buy though first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's
the way
like-
to do it, right?
You're like, oh wow, $45 bowling shirt.
Well,
I'll take the $10 CD.
I bowl. I'll wear the shirt.
Oh yeah,
There you
what's
go.
your average? Huh?
178.
Whoa,
Oh,
178.
yeah,
not
very
very
good.
good.
There we
Yeah.
go. All right.
Not very good.
That's
All
my
right.
golf average.
Not very good.
Well, if y'all need to sponsor a bowling team,
All
there you
right.
are right there.
There we go.
Push some CDs through a bowling team.
That's right.
Now you remember what my suggestion was for a promotional
Yeah,
album?
this is a great idea.
Okay. Well, now
Condoms.
you guys remember whenever you were growing up, everyone had the little coin purse, the little rubber
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
thing
sure.
you keep it on a keychain or whatever. I say we bring those back.
Those
Come on.
need to be
Yeah.
brought back.
You put some
because
pills in
you-
there.
uh,
Play on
say-
word.
It becomes a pill
Put a-
bag.
As
Good
I
for
say, you
you.
get pulled over, or
Get
so a
some
cop
dones.
stops you. The first thing they look in is the
Yeah.
coin purse. You're like, what's
Yeah.
in there? Like
It's nothing
coins.
yeah, my
Like
coins.
sure, kid.
Yeah.
Right next to your fold up pocket brush.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's all my blood pressure medicine.
That's right.
Yeah, what happened to those things? They used to remember. My grandma used to have those at her house all the like. Here you go, Matt.
Yeah.
The way I see
And
it,
there'd be pills.
if they're singing, or if they're selling cassette tapes in record stores these
Yeah.
days, we can bring back the coin purse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to tell you.
I got a cassette tape to show you guys.
Yeah, I was going to tell
I
you.
got it right here.
So the sword is doing the same thing, except they're doing the old, the big fat. What do you call it? The
8-track.
The 8-tracks.
Eight
Yeah.
tracks.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, there's someone else put out an 8-track last year.
It's
and
the
I was kinda
same
like-
concept. There was a
But it's
USB
digital?
port. And yeah, it was digital.
So this tape here, have y'all seen these mixtapes?
Was that what is
They're-
it called? A tape?
It's called
It's a tape, but it's not a tape.
So it's
tape.
got a
Okay.
digital
I'll
head,
pass it around for
A
Okay.
digital head.
but
Yeah.
it's got
Whoa.
a USB port, headphone jack, and it's all here. I'll turn it on for you.
It's tricked up.
Wait a minute. Can you play the tape if you had a tape player?
If you have a tape player, it'll go in there and play. But if not, it'll also work as an MP3 player.
There
What?
you go, man.
And it's kind of ridiculous.
That is pretty badass.
It's got a headphone jack. It's got a
I can't hear what
So
we're
Yeah,
what do
you
you
can't hear
do? You download
But you can't
songs
control your
onto it?
volume
You
and
can-
stuff with
you
that.
can
You can
put
plug in
songs on it.
headphones.
So the secret is there is an SD card on the side in
What'd
that
you call me?
longer slot. In the bigger slot, there's an SD card that's 8 gig, and you can put as many songs as you want to
I
on
would
there.
have worked them.
But you can't control the volume.
You can control the volume if you have headphones plugged into it, and it has Bluetooth,
What?
so it'll sync to a Bluetooth speaker
Yeah.
and headphones.
That's what the kids today are doing with
How
their,
much does it
their
cost
demos.
to make those?
I don't know. We never got a cost from
How
her,
much
did
does
we?
it cost to buy?
This
She was giving them away, I think, wasn't she?
no, she was selling them.
Oh, my
she
bad.
was selling them
Sorry.
for.
Sorry, Jesse.
I think she was selling them for $10, but they.
Who is this? Jesse who?
Jesse, Fry.
Fry.
Oh yeah, the
So-
sweet Jesse
Wait,
Fry.
Sweet Jesse
Hit me
Fry.
with a couple of those cherries.
So
Oh, here. Just
Chad, those cherries have alcohol in them.
Yeah.
Just want to.
she just put
It's
2
just a
songs
couple.
on here, but you can put an entire album's worth on here easily. Now the thing is,
Okay, I'll have one. Dab will do, right?
she put they're in WAV format, so my car doesn't recognize WAV; it only recognizes MP3 or MP4. So
Oh yeah.
it's no big
So
deal. But yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
it comes with a little cable, so you can plug it in
Yeah.
to your USB port.
I'll have to find the post that the sword did
That's
today.
nuts.
But it's a local dude doing it
All right.
around here.
That's pretty awesome.
It's pretty crazy.
Well, coin purses.
Yeah.
Coin purse is the way
I
to
don't
go.
know how that
I
competes
would
with the
go.
coin purse.
The coin purse is genius
Because
because
coin
you know,
purse is analog. You know, this is all some digital
Yeah,
nonsense.
man,
You know, we
come
get back to
on.
our roots.
Yeah.
because when you're younger, you
You got treasures in those things. man.
you had a coin
Yeah.
purse. Your parents would go to the bank,
Mhm.
and the bank would always give out toys like a calendar or maybe a
You have to
wooden
scoop it up,
airplane.
man.
or a coin purse.
Oh, I was just got lollipops.
I got. Hey, do you? I think we've talked
I got
about
the
this on the
Switch.
show.
You had to go
Talking
inside.
about old school
You had to go inside to get
toys
the good
and-
stuff.
and
It's a
collecting
janky
items.
bank.
Do you remember when the police in Dallas used to give out Dallas Cowboy football cards? Do you
Say
remember that
what?
at all?
No, but if you look on the
Yeah.
board behind you, the Dallas police officer gave me a canine card of their dog. Their bomb dog has a
Yeah.
its
No,
own
back in the
baseball
day,
card.
when they'd come visit your family,
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Here you go, son," and they'd give you a playing card. Like I got Too Tall Jones and Harvey Martin.
What are you supposed to do?
and-
Go to your room and ignore that they're about to arrest your parents?
yeah, I think that was the whole. Yeah, go look at those stats here.
We're about to
You
do
go
a
back there.
pee test on your mom.
And
Go
she's
look at
going.
the stats on the
She's
back of
going
that
to wait a
card.
while. Okay.
So we used to have I went to a private school
Whoa.
for elementary school
Oh,
because
whoa.
Look at
Whoa.
you.
Did you have encyclopedias,
Nah,
dude?
Did you have a vacuum?
okay, so my mother was a teacher, so she got
Okay.
free admission to the private school.
Did you
okay?
have
It was
encyclopedias
called-
as well?
It was yes, of course.
Oh God.
It was called St.
You were
Vincent's. But
rich.
anyway, the police department would come to our school and they would burn pot and they would have pot, Coke, and stuff. They'd bring it up, put it on the table. They would burn pot in the room.
Everybody's
we would
taking bellowing.
so you could smell it, so you
rips.
would know what to say no to.
What?
And I'm not even joking. This
is
actually did happen.
So how many people got high around that? That's
What's this?
amazing.
Pablo
That is amazing.
Escobar high?
I'm getting high just hearing the story.
Yeah.
What is this?
But I'm not even
What-
joking. This
can you
was
tell us
in,
what
this was in Euless, Texas at St.
Mike-
Vincent's
I
Episcopal
don't know about
School.
this, man.
You're making my taste buds. water.
Ayahuasca, like everybody's just kind of like
Yeah.
throwing up and
And then like the next day, Bubblicious or which one was one of the bubblegum companies was close. So like the next day, the bubblegum company would come and you'd make bubblegum. But anyway,
I like the drug part better.
yeah.
Yeah.
But literally, the cops from Euless would come up there and they would burn a little pot, so you'd smell
There's
it.
no way this is true. That couldn't. There's
Hold on,
no
hold
way
on,
we haven't
because
heard.
I can kind of back this up. Not the burning part, but did you ever have like the McGruff, the
No.
crime dog things, where
Yeah,
they would
yeah.
bring the briefcase full of drugs and
I'm
open
not
it
s-
up and show you?
It's exactly what I'm talking
I'm
about.
not saying that you're not telling the truth. What I'm saying is, there's no way that was real drugs that
It
they
was.
just came in and burned for y'all.
It was. Now, I can't.
What?
I can't really vouch for the other stuff, but
Yeah.
the stuff they burned.
What do you
that
mean? You
could
smoke
smell?
pot every day.
No, I'm talking
You should know
about
what
like
it
the
smells
coke
like.
and the other stuff that they had
Oh.
out there on the table. I don't know what that stuff was.
Did the coke burn real
but as
quick?
far as
Was it
the
like?
as far as the
Yeah, I've
pot
never
goes,
smelled it burnt before.
Yeah,
as far
me
as the pot
neither.
goes, that was definitely 100%.
What does burnt
Who
cocaine
burned
smell
some
like?
perfectly good coke?
Yeah,
Did they burn
that
it like?
sucks. I bet you the teachers were fucking pissed.
Did they burn like a glass pipe full of meth? Did they put up a spoon so you could rig
Yeah.
up and you could smell what that smelled
Do
like?
you remember
Here's
what?
what it feels like too, kids.
Do you remember what the burnt cocaine smelled like?
No,
No.
they didn't burn.
Your body?
Oh, they.
My headphones just turned on.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was like,
No, they didn't
Me
burn. The only thing
Saturday
they
night?
burned. The only thing they burned was the pot. But they did. They burned a little bitty. I don't remember anything other than the fact that they did it. I don't know how much it was. I don't remember any of that stuff. It was in 1970.
damn, they need to bring that back.
78, 79, something like that. I was
Huh.
probably in second
we
grade.
kind of
sounds
advertise
about
it so everybody else kind of come around like, oh, I
Yeah.
heard they're burning
Okay.
some drugs
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely 100% sure they don't do that anymore. But there was a time back in the 70s, early
Yeah.
80s that they absolutely did. They absolutely did.
Huh?
Promise you.
Interesting.
Promise you.
That's
Mm.
interesting to know, Jason.
Isn't that crazy?
Now,
Yeah.
you never saw the briefcase though, full of drugs that
Yeah,
they would
yeah.
show you with
Yeah,
all the
last
different
weekend.
samples.
Yeah,
Up
with-
at shipping and receiving.
With the
Oh,
big
yeah.
Back of
sign
your
on the
truck?
side of it that said angel dust,
Yeah.
You'd be like, "This is what angel dust looks like." You're like, "There's no way they're just toting around a briefcase full of
angel
drugs
dust. Yeah.
because it's more than 2 grams of everything they had in there,
Yeah.
and everything looked like yellow sulfur." So
Yeah.
you were like,
Yeah,
magnesium.
definitely.
There's
Like
no
the angel
way.
dust and stuff did definitely look like yellow sulfur for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that like Dare? Did they have? Did y'all do Dare, or was it?
Mm-hmm.
What was the one that they did before that too?
Well, okay,
Was
you know what?
Dare,
It wouldn't have
then
been
it
the 70s because this was during the Reagan years, so it had been after 80 because it was during the Say No to Drugs, Dare,
Oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff. So it would have had to been after Nancy Reagan got into her place. That would have to been after 80, so it would have been probably 4th grade.
Her
fifth grade,
place was
something
the
like that.
White House.
Yeah, her place.
Her place.
That's where she
No,
stay at. Is
her-
that what you're saying?
Her place in
Yeah.
place in history, I guess, is what I should be saying.
Where you stay?
place
Yeah,
is
that big
the
White
White-
House over there.
Where you be staying at, man?
Where you be
Go
staying
make
at?
me a sandwich.
Where your crib at?
1600 Pennsylvania.
While she was reading tarot cards to tell the president what to do.
Oh boy.
Hey, come on, you know.
Well, I dare say that your inspiring visit by the cops was much more entertaining than mine. I had Fred Rerun Barry visit our high school. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And he went on this whole anti-drug spiel, and then he literally threw a bucket of water on the first 3 rows. I guess to really
Why?
drive the point home. It was like,
Why?
you hear what I'm saying? And he was running around on roller skates, and he was hopping around.
Yeah.
He had the suspenders, and yeah.
We should do a show.
And
on,
did you go? Are you
still
on
one of my
meth?
favorite characters of all TV
Oh,
shows.
come on, he's brilliant. But the
We should
I
do a
just-
show on the crazy shit adults have done to try to persuade kids not to do drugs. There's got to be YouTube videos of that type of thing. What he just mentioned.
Was it really rerun or like a guy that
No, it
playing
was
rerun?
totally. I got his autograph.
I think
Oh,
that
it
dude's
really
last is that
was.
dude's last name is Stubbs. I think.
It wasn't someone just trying to pretend to be him. It
No,
really
it was
him.
rerun
This
from
is-
What's Happening.
I think his last name
Whoa.
is Stubbs too.
All
That's a
right.
score for me.
So yeah, I do. All I remember is looking up whenever he was casting the bucket of water out on the first 3 rows, and just seeing the principal, who clearly
Yeah.
had not been
Notified.
notified that this was going to happen. Just
That it turned into a Gallagher show.
yeah, exactly.
I remember they used to do that at
Better
the
than-
Harlem Globetrotter show.
But they
It was
would
always-
throw. It wasn't
you knew
buckets
if
of
yours
water. It was
was
buckets
feathers.
of confetti.
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
candy and treats.
But then they always switched it up and
Yeah.
made people like the 3rd or 4th time. They're like, "Oh, it's just another thing of confetti," and then they soaked you.
No,
Yeah,
that
not-
does sound right. I do think I remember that.
Yeah,
Not the
They put
janitor's
things-
mop bucket
trick
thrown
you.
on
Yeah,
you or
right.
something like that.
Yeah.
dirty water.
Yeah.
I just found this out back.
Like, ah,
Learn your
it's a
lesson.
trash.
See the
man.
Just
Yeah.
finish the toilets. Here you
Yeah.
go.
I just mopped the restroom.
Do some show producing and see who his.
Jeez.
Like the-
'Cause I'm pretty sure his last name was Stubbs.
So I got to looking and I got to thinking because, John, I've known of you since the O's got started in 2009.
Ah, those were days.
Those were days.
Mm.
And I was thinking, when was my first O show? And I think it also happened to be a dram show,
Oh.
as Chad chokes on his whiskey.
Almost got me.
And I think it was the Lower Greenville Avenue Parade
Ah.
with the old 97s.
I don't remember that very well.
What year did you say?
2009?
Yeah, we played, then y'all played, then 97s played.
Okay.
I was
And
exactly in the same spot
I
you
think-
were. I know that.
1100 Springs was there too, I
Were they?
believe. Yeah, I think that was the 4.
But this was to have been in the outdoor.
This is that thing at the across from Market Market.
Yeah.
In the Energy
I remember.
Square?
Energy
Yeah,
Square.
Energy Square.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think that was the first time I saw you guys.
I'm sure we were.
I saw both you guys.
I'm sure we were a version of us that day. You know.
That was very interesting because the only other people that were kind of doing what you guys were doing, the O's, was RTB2.
It's
kind of
true.
the 2-man thing.
Yeah, we thought we were really onto something, and we were really close twice to actually being told we were something. You know, which is nice. One time we were in Scotland and we played this place up in this town called Inverness. We roll in there and they're like, "God, you guys are great. Man, have you heard this band? They just played here like a few months ago. They're killer. They're called Mumford and Sons." We're like, "I've never heard of them." And then the next time this happened, they were like, "Okay, we need this song." We go up to Chicago. They're gonna have this big ad campaign for Blue Moon. They're like, "Okay, it's between you and this other band called the Lumineers." And we're like, "Who are they? They suck."
But
Kicked in the nuts both times.
the Lumineers is like 6 or 8 people,
Yeah,
right?
I didn't say that we were the same band,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
just like
Stylistically,
I didn't think-
Stylistically.
I just think we were just trying to do this thing that was like, a minimalist approach, and
I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago at South by Southwest. There was a Mumford and Sons style band playing on every corner
yeah.
as you
Yeah.
went down the street, just set up in the street, playing,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Come on, guys!"
Well, I know once.
on.
Yeah.
That's why we thought we were ahead of something. We're like, oh man, everybody's starting to do it now. Like, well, we've been doing this for a while,
Yeah.
But we got passed by it, and then ultimately, whatever, we're still doing it. It's still a good time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I was laughing because there for a while, in the 2009-2010 era, I think you guys were everywhere that the Observer sponsored. And it kind of became a joke between me and another photographer buddy that, like, okay, who's playing this show? And it was like, well, the O's. And then,
Yeah.
because y'all were on every bill, y'all played the shit
Yeah,
out
I
of
remember
everything.
seeing y'all.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
We got paid hardly to do all that, which is really nice.
You got paid? I've never been
You
in a
made
band that got
money?
paid. What the heck is
No,
that all
not
about?
much. Not for the Observer.
Yeah,
Never.
No,
yeah.
no.
I always
Yeah.
drank our pay away.
Yeah.
Like, well, you owe $65 now. Like, what? I thought we were getting $250.
And then
That never panned
the
out.
drams would pop up on the radar, here and there at different shows. But when did the drams fall apart or stop?
I was actually just kind of looking at the numbers the other night because we played at Stubbs just last week, and the Drams had played there in 2007, I think is what was determined. And so I think the true run of the Drams was maybe early 06 through 09, something like that, thereabouts.
And did y'all play a summer bash, a ticket summer bash,
Now,
like in downtown Fort Worth?
that doesn't sound right. no.
Okay.
I don't
I
think
was
that's correct.
I was trying to think.
You're incorrect, Dustin.
Well,
I don't, but again, I'd have to review
everything's
the
a
books.
blur back there.
It's
Do
not-
you don't?
you
You'd
have
have
it
to
in your
go
book?
back to the 2005, 6
Yeah.
notebook.
No, it's before that. It would be like some MySpace posting, I'm sure. So.
The archive.
the real
Like an
archives.
old library, you put it in and you're
Yeah,
Microfiche?
Yes, exactly.
there it is. 2006. I
We
know
did
exactly.
play that, Dustin. I apologize to you.
Well, if my mind wouldn't have been scatterbrained before the show, I was going to get out here because on one of these 2 hard drives is shows from that St. Patty's Day
Oh man.
Oh,
festival
wow.
with both y'all on
Oh,
here.
see,
Video or-
I would have loved to have heard that.
And I was
That
trying.
would've been-
Well, it's not. It's pictures because I shot
Oh,
photos.
pictures. Oh.
Yeah, it's just pictures of y'all. And so
Oh.
we would have had to made up our own
In that
soundtrack
case,
to
yeah,
it.
probably, yeah.
Just kind of
Oh.
sung to it.
Something like that.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it would have been. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's on one of these.
Pictures are cool too, Dustin.
They are.
Yeah,
Pictures
there's
are cool. I mean,
Everybody likes pictures.
Everybody likes pictures, especially of themselves.
Hmm.
I've noticed y'all doing the same thing I do, where we have to go
What's that?
take
What's
that
that?
deep breath when you're finished with the cherry.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Those are.
Are there any cherries left?
They're old Smokies.
Yeah.
I'll knock those out. We
Hey,
don't ever.
Let me see some of that. I like a cherry.
Are you supposed to drink the stuff or just eat the cherries? What's
I
the?
think it's
I've never
just a-
drank it afterwards,
Yeah.
honestly.
I think if you drink this stuff, it'll kill you.
I've got some of those from that goth place we went to in New Orleans with Shelby.
The
That
underground. Or
yeah, the first time Brittany and I ever went down there, we bought a jar. So I'm wondering, man, if I eat those, if it's like the Mescal or whatever, like if I eat them off, I'll hallucinate.
Hey, maybe one of y'all can fill me in on this because I don't know too much. I was listening to
You don't.
an interview with
sorry.
Cameron Crowe today,
Okay.
and he was talking about Almost Famous, one of my favorite movies of all time. And he was talking about how when they had to go license the music from Led Zeppelin, and when they sat down with Robert Plant and Jimmy Page to watch the film
Uh-huh.
and then get their release on the music, that afterwards, it was Robert Plant said that he had some Quaaludes from like 65 that he had been holding on to, and after watching that movie, he's going to go home and take one. Do Quaaludes hold their value? Do they stay good forever? Are they always potent?
I know people
Are they like
started hanging
wine?
on to them because they stopped making them.
Okay, so
I don't know
medications
about
have a
that.
half-life. They have a half-life, and
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
This
I
is
used
the
to work-
private school education coming at you again.
McGruff the
I
crime
used to
dog.
I used to work in a mental health hospital,
Oh.
and
Getting paranoid in here now,
medications
man.
medications
about
have a
this guy.
half-life, and they just get less strong over time. They don't go bad so much; they just become less effective
But
over
isn't
time.
it? Isn't Quaalude? You can't get Quaaludes anymore. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of the rock stars and stuff, they loved them so much once they stopped
Held
producing
on to
stuff,
them.
they kind of held on to them. But I don't know about the half.
Can you vacuum seal it maybe to
Yeah.
preserve it?
I did hear
Yeah.
that you put things in the. Okay, this is. I hear that you put them
Oh,
in the
you
freezer.
heard
If you
this.
put
Yeah.
things in the freezer, they'll
Right.
last longer. The half-life will last longer, or the strength.
See,
But I may not be true. This
Who
is just
wants to
stuff
go
I've
on a
always
field
heard.
trip to Jason's house
Yeah,
and
I
look in
do
his
too.
freezer?
Yeah, let's do this.
The only thing I have in my freezer would be pain pills and antibiotics. So
That-
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
is, a Quaalude
Jones.
is a pain pill, right?
It's a tranquilizer, I
A
think. isn't it?
trifecta with Girl
like a
Scout cookies, I think.
Benzo.
I did leave.
The,
I did leave the hospital
now-
with a Haldol one time,
now-
which I was told that if I took it, I'd get the rickets, and
A
I
couple
would
of
probably
years
never get
ago-
out of bed again. So I threw it away.
The rickets.
A couple of years ago,
The rickets. What year is it?
What is this?
You need you take lime juice with that. I
Yeah,
think.
were you going to die of dysentery?
No, I guess that's
On
where
the
you turn
Oregon
into
cholera,
your
it's
body
gonna
gets
come
stiff
after.
or something. Something about your body turns stiff and you can't move. I don't
rickets.
know. It scared the shit out of me. I threw it away.
Sounds like a what?
What
You're
is
blowing my
going on?
mind today, Jason.
Appreciate
These
you.
things I've never heard.
Appreciate you.
Anyway, I had some Dones that were sitting in my fridge that I found a few years ago that I don't know why I had them, but I took them and they worked fine. Took two.
Some domes?
Now, Dones.
Oh, these are, I think they meant
Domes.
condoms or
Is
something
a
like that. And I was
quality
like,
product.
I guess, all right.
I don't use condoms.
I
Hence
find
the
swallows
roast
condoms.
Could you
beef.
imagine
You
the
kids
loss?
and your
Could you
condoms.
imagine the loss of energy when you put a fucking cold condom on?
Just
It's the Jason show. Man. I love this. You need to start coming on every week.
just instant fear boner? Is that a fear boner or is that just cold boner?
That's a cold boner.
cold boner. It just rolls up inside.
That's a frigid boner.
turtle boner.
Turtle bone. What was the boner we were talking about last week? The N-word boner. And I
Inward. And you
Oh,
thought it
boy.
was in word.
I thought it was N-word, and I was like, whoa! I don't know if we should
Inward. INWARD.
inside of you boner.
Inside boner.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which I'm still confused on what causes that. Would that be a frigid boner?
That was
A
the
joke, I think, caused that.
lactating females was what caused the inward boner last week.
Okay.
I don't know where this is going, but I think I'll take the check.
Time to go.
Well, we haven't started talking about murder boners yet, so
When we get the
that's
motor
when we get to
boner-
murder boners. That's when most people take the checks.
Ah, yes.
I'm walking the check at that point.
So do either of you boys come over to Fort Worth much and play? Y'all sticking around Dallas?
We were just here Friday.
Yeah, any
Y'all were?
chance, any
Where?
chance you get.
Where?
Yeah, we were at Mass.
Oh, how you like Mass?
We know this place.
It's it reminded me kind of like a mixture of the Orbit Room meets Clearview. So
I see that.
yeah.
That's perfect.
With a hint of Red Blood Club?
with a hint.
Okay.
Yeah,
If there was
Um,
more metal, it'd
yeah.
be more Red Blood Club.
right.
Well, there's something about the vibe, though, that seems like it could acclimate itself fairly easily.
Into the
to
Red Blood Club.
And two, it's not.
No,
It's,
no one with latex walked in while
Yeah.
you were there, so no.
it's a yeah. It's
RBC
less
feel.
confused. Red Blood Club, you never know what you're gonna get, and
No.
you find yourself before you realize you even walked in. You kind of look back and like, what am I? Where am? What did you do?
Well, first
Yeah,
off,
it's
it
Kinda
weird.
takes
wonder, like, what have I done?
it takes a while to find
Yeah.
the entrance.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then once you find the entrance and realize, oh, it's down this path.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't know.
Then
There
you don't
could
know
be
what
one,
you're
you know
getting
those the fair rides, the disco things that are like.
Mm-hmm.
That it reminds me of like a place that one would be inside of there.
Like you would walk
Like
through
you'd
the
walk
entrance
into
and
it,
walk
like,
in and be
yeah.
like,
Roto Disco?
The
Where's
the
the
Roto
Roto
Disco,
Disco?
yeah. I don't know why.
Or
I
you
always
hope
thought,
there's
every
a-
time I went to RBC, that's what I thought.
You hope there's like a haunted house at the end of it, but
Yeah.
really just a bar.
Just
You're
a
like,
bar.
Like, oh,
Okay,
Like, oh,
okay.
I've been
Neat.
here before.
Yeah.
Damn it.
sweet, I can drink again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Going home.
I would wager that darkened entryway is part of its charm. Once you
It
reach
is.
the end,
It
it's
is.
old and
Mm.
familiar with some of the strange, familiar old stench of years gone by.
But you have to walk down the dark path to the light first.
That's
Yes, yes. And then you're there and you're greeted by. But you never know. Like you say, it could be Chuck Rainey up there on
Yeah.
stage killing it.
Could be.
Yeah. One time Steadfast played. We played with y'all there, didn't we?
Yeah.
The ex Mobius.
Yeah. we
And I
played
think
there.
Speakeasy played.
That was a metal night.
Yeah.
That
There's
was
a lot of
very-
latex that night.
There was a lot of latex.
We have a metal past.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
cool.
he still is metal.
Yeah. Or pop. Depends on the.
yeah.
the
Jesse
day of the
Fry or
week.
Spectacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm either Jesse Fry or Spectre.
You guys ever think about ripping a metal band at the? How old are y'all anyway? By the way, I'm 42.
Yeah, we're
You
close.
to me.
I was going to ask about that. How did y'all get into this Americana background? Were you always into that type of music, or did you have any aspirations for?
Metal.
You mentioned the White Snake video in the article.
right.
Dallas Observer laughed.
I think Taylor might have. He usually talked about that particular White Snake video that made him want to be a musician or whatever.
I think
Tanya
it-
Catane, whatever that one, the hood of the car one.
Yeah, the classic.
I think
the one.
everyone
It is
wanted
the
to get into
one.
music after that.
It's like you remember like 3 videos from MTV's past, and that's one of them.
Yep.
And then whatever. But I don't know, man. I think I started. Grew up listening to punk rock and hard rock. Really, my first tapes were like, I think, "And Justice for All," "Appetite for Destruction," and like I forgot what the third one was, like Bon Jovi or something. A throwaway at that point.
Yeah.
And then, we went to the Nirvana world, and then ultimately I started listening to country, and then I think I'm really just lazy. I feel like it's easier to play it. Like, if you're playing metal, man, you gotta, like... You gotta get,
Yeah.
it's like gearing up for a football game. You, like, gotta get after... You gotta...
Yeah.
What we doing? For
And you
this,
need-
it's like we'd have a whiskey, and you're like, well,
I guess I'm gonna
Let's
play a
go.
show.
what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
And you need to be iced down after playing a metal show.
Yeah.
I speak from experience. I feel like
Yeah.
joints don't work right.
You gotta go to
They
King
pop
Spa
and they-
afterward to, like, really, like,
There we go.
wind
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, we can get on the rub maps.
That's right.
See what's going on.
I've always wanted to do like a, I don't know, country Midwest rock type thing. I never have because I think it also you can hear your mistakes more than when metal. Like metal's easy because you can squeal all over the place and be like, ugh.
Unless you're a drummer.
Unless you're a drummer. I never played drums, so.
yeah.
But I was always nervous of doing like the singer-songwriter thing because I'm too conscious of my terrible playing.
Oh.
So, because you have to be spot on. I think when you do an Americana or like that was Midwest rock.
I think
type.
that goes with what you're saying. You drink some whiskey, and it's just like, let's see what
Whatever.
happens. If we do it, we do it.
Yeah,
right.
I can see that.
I wouldn't say you were a naturally Americana guy. You kind of play everything.
Yeah, I like to mix it up, but I'll put it this way. Whenever I was a kiddo, my mom had 2 cassette tapes in the car, and one was Simon and Garfunkel's greatest hits, the other was Willie Nelson's greatest hits, and some that will be, whatever.
Yes.
So, like, the point is, in my mind, in my infancy, I was hearing a mix of very skillful songcraft, right? Beautifully produced, with gorgeous harmonies, as sweet as the day is long, mixed with the rough and rowdy sweet and tumble of Willie Nelson.
Yeah, playing all over the place.
Doing his stuff. And I always have this very distinct memory of riding around with my mom in this big, beautiful red Pontiac with the vinyl seats to where your legs would stick to it in the summer months.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And I remember the song that I would most enjoy singing along to was I Gotta Get Drunk, which was featured on the Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits. And she would always be driving along, and then she'd hear me singing along to that one, and she'd say, "No, don't sing that one now," as if trying to say, "You don't need to get drunk, son." But I was such a young child. I think her response only enhanced the flavor of the piece.
The alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, so to me, I don't know. In my mind, right there is kind of an interesting blend of
2
influence.
different worlds. Yeah.
But I will say that while my buddies growing up in high school and middle school were all obsessed with those same Metallica albums you mentioned, and Justice for All particularly comes to mind.
What the songwriting in that?
I would be trying to convince my friends how cool Simon and Garfunkel were whenever they'd come over to my place after school. Yeah, totally. That's that rings with
Fucking sucks.
a rush of sudden pain. Yes,
This ain't Terra. It's Pantera.
But I would convince them that to convince them just how cool Simon and Garfunkel were.
Yeah.
And the explosive snare crack in the boxer, right? So
Ah,
la la
that's a
la,
classic.
right?
That's a good one.
I would tell them that was Art Garfunkel pulling the chain on a cannon in the studio, and once they had that in their mind,
Okay, we're cool here.
They thought that was really cool.
Then you're like, Not true though.
I know. So it was all very deceptive. Yes,
But
You have to lie their way into coolness.
it was a snare drum in an
Were you-
elevator shaft.
any of your old metal buddies ever approach you like, Chad, you lied to me, man?
Yeah, no,
I
I
looked
don't.
that up.
I don't think they really researched it much beyond that.
Probably.
It was
But-
hard to
Why not?
research back
Isn't
then.
it-
Yeah, he's not gonna get the internet
Yeah,
to
right.
Google it.
No,
Isn't it nice, Chad, that in the end, everybody has come around to your way of thinking?
Well, I don't know. And
Your style?
I have a very dear friend of mine, T.J. Prendergast. You know, our old buddy, brilliant drummer, one of my favorite guys I've ever played with. And we used to play in a band called Sons of Sound back in the day, and had a good old time with that. A very, very skillful and thoughtful drummer, and he now plays, albeit rather fleetingly, with a band called Malevoler. Have you guys heard of that? You
Yeah.
guys
I
are
have
big
heard
metalheads.
that name. Yes,
Okay.
I have heard that
Isn't
name.
that Casey's band?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's what's his
Deuce
nuts?
Casey?
Casey Hess.
And they
Yeah.
always play the
Yeah.
3 links, so you know it's that whole scene.
Good
But-
dude.
But that band, and I've watched him, and it's exactly what you were describing earlier. I watch him gear up. Now, this is a very thoughtful, sensitive man who just happens to love playing drums in really heavy metal bands. So, watching him gear up for the show, it's like he kind of transforms into this kind of other guy. And then in between songs, he's like breathing a certain way. And there's such a physicality to it that really I just don't know how you have the time for it. I mean, I would rather just go up and enjoy a leisurely evening of storytelling and a sweet harmony blend, as opposed to the just extreme strenuous physical activity involved in playing this metal music. So to your point, it's less about the skill of the notes, but the test of physical endurance. For Lord's sake, who has the time and the energy? I mean, he must be
Are
doing...
you married, Chad?
No.
Can I go home with you?
Well,
Man,
you throw a few of these dicks out in the...
can we have you on once a month?
No, yeah. Anyway, I don't know where we were going there, but...
No, we get it. It's awesome. I love hearing you talk. You just tell me stories all night, man.
Okay, well, we're just getting started. How long does this thing run anyway? We got it on.
This is when we usually take a break.
Okay.
Would y'all like
Y'all
to
wanna
take
take a break?
Yeah,
We're
let's
playing
take a breather.
Y'all
Let's
wanna take a
regroup,
breather?
and we'll.
Everybody usually smokes and puts their
Smokes.
britches on back on and stuff.
We'll have some more
right now, so,
cherries.
yeah.
If I were to
We'll play
play
another
a
song,
song
too.
right here, what song would you like for me to play?
We have a good one called Garage Sale. We got a video coming out, I think, soon for that.
Okay.
This is the one that's going to put all our kids through college.
That's right.
There you
All right.
go.
So let's do that. Let's play some Garage Sale, and then at the end of the show, I want to play my favorite song off this record that I
Okay.
dig the hell out of, and it might be my favorite song within the last year.
Whoa.
Easily.
Whoa.
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
Okay.
So we'll get in that
I feel like
here a little
I feel
later.
like a joke is coming.
No,
Oh,
no
no.
joke. I'm
Like
being for
the
real.
silence between songs. I'm like,
I'm being for real. All right.
thanks.
So here's Garage Sale, and we'll be right back. All right.
All right.
No.
Let's. Y'all want to rip a tune?
I don't know. Kind of like shooting the shit, but whatever y'all want.
Whatever y'all want to do. Whatever y'all are
You
comfortable
know what? Maybe we can play some songs and then kind of riff about the songs
Okay.
from the recording. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, well, you've got all the songs right there.
Lost all my internet.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
I'll lay this in. Those in the chat room are not going to get to hear Garage Sale. Sorry. So when are y'all going to play down there in Austin?
We got offered some stuff, and then he was playing, and we didn't do it. And then I just talked to somebody, and I'm gonna go down and play like a radio show thing on Thursday morning. But I don't know. Don't really want to do it. But my father-in-law gets in town tomorrow, so kind of an excuse to not be there for a minute, I guess. Yeah. So my wife's gonna get mad at me. It's a whole thing about to have to deal with.
Yeah. Roxy, go outside.
But I'll be there for. I don't know. I'll come back. I might come back Friday. I don't know. We'll see.
We're going to go. I think we're going to arrive in on Thursday. I'm going to try to chat a little early. I got to work.
Yeah. So who are you working for now?
Well, my day job, which I've had for 20 years, is with AT&T.
Oh, okay.
But when I'm not there, I'm a photographer.
Right.
Shooting shows. And
Yeah.
I work for the Cowboys and the Stars and Mavericks.
Oh, cool. So you're doing the games?
I do games here and there, but I got hooked up with, when I was at the Observer, I got hooked up.
What years were you at the Observer? Sorry.
2000, I was trying to think of that earlier too. I think it was like 2007 to about 2011.
So you know, like Mike Simmons, I assume?
Yeah, I got there, okay, so I guess it's 2009 is when
Tale of his.
he got there
Oh, okay.
and took over all the music department.
Right.
And I was there up until...
That's the Zach Green through Sam Muscovich years, basically.
And they started getting real shitty with things. And I was... Okay, so Eric Garcia was their IT guy.
Okay.
And he's a good buddy of mine I grew up with.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of how I fell into becoming a freelance photographer.
Mm-hmm.
I went and shot some stuff for them. They're like, I love your work. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Doing it. And I was like, okay. So I was kind of freelance with them. You know, had a badge and everything, but I wasn't like daily.
Right.
Anytime I shoot stuff, they'd either pay or give something. Then, you know, and there towards the end, it was like, well, we have all these concert tickets. We're just going to start paying people we're out with. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to
Cool.
go weekly or start Telegram.
Yeah.
And plus, I was on this side of town anyway. And so when I was at the Observer, they sent us out to do the cheerleader auditions one year. And I'm thinking it was 2008, 2009 was the first time I did that. And the organization loved everything, and they invited us out every year, and other guys were wanting it. We're like, no.
Yeah.
We got it. You know, we're taking care of this because they wanted us.
Yeah.
They requested us. So it started like that far back, laying the groundwork, and now I'm in the organization shooting stuff. And
Right.
I shoot the cheerleaders, and then with that, the Stars, Ice Girls wanted to be shot, and the Maverick Dancers wanted to be shot.
Oh, that's cool.
stuff they do. And while I'm there, I do shoot games.
Yeah, yeah.
All of it. I mean, you might as well shoot some action. Have it.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Like Dirk's 3,000 shot or whatever the hell it was that night. 8,000 shot. I can't remember what it was. Or
Yeah,
3,000
yeah.
points. I got that shot because I was there that night and stuff. So.
There we go. I'm back up.
That's cool, man.
It's been fun, and then like my love is music because that's what I started shooting at the Observer.
Yeah, yeah.
Music to begin with, and no one was doing local stuff right.
Right, right.
And so like
Well, back then it was only like Janik, right? And it's probably the only guy that I can think of.
Justin would show up every once in a while.
Right, right. And Mike Brooks is now.
Mike Brooks
doing
is all the time, and Mike Brooks came in like right as I was leaving.
But he's not. I don't think he rarely gets paid. I mean, he has a.
No, and that's the thing is no one gets. No, I got paychecks.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it became, hey man, we want you to go shoot this, or we want you to go shoot this show, but instead of paying you, how about concert tickets for you and your family for something else, or you and your friends for something else? We'll give you 4 concert tickets. Or
Yeah,
we'll give you 4 VIP. You can go sit in the suite at a game or something like that. When that started up, I was like, I got gear to buy. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you.
And I'm buying gear for y'all, and I'm putting mileage on my equipment. Cameras you can only shoot so long with a camera before the sensor breaks.
Roxy,
Right, right.
Get on out, Roxy. Go ahead.
They don't last forever, and if you're not going to pay me, I want to find someone else to pay. That's what I kind of.
And taking pictures of chicks is definitely like cooler than dudes. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, but I love
general.
concerts. I love shooting concerts.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love doing band promos and promo stuff. So
I need you to fact check me on something because I may have just been totally wrong when I was talking to you a minute ago.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
Okay, so when the James gang was here 4 or 5 years ago, wasn't it the King Bucks that was going to open for them because somebody bailed out at the last second and then they were going to cover as the opener, and then something at the very last second, for some reason y'all had to back out. I thought that's what it was.
I don't remember.
I think maybe it was the old 97s were going to open for them, and then they had to back out.
That could be right. What year was that?
God, that would have been.
It was longer than that. It was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 12, 11, something like that.
James game.
Maybe 10, 2010.
Honestly, it's all a blur.
He's my fact checker because he keeps up with it a lot more than I do. So usually he can tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's been.
But I was really excited because I was telling my mom, I was like, "Hey, this band's really good. This opener's really good. We got to get there early so we can see this band." And then we got there and y'all didn't play, and I was like,
"Huh,
what happened?" And I don't remember what happened.
It's all
I know. I hear
a
you.
fuzzy melange.
It does not matter. It really does not matter.
I would like to go back and look and see what that was all about.
So this Buck show that's the first one in a while.
Well, at the end of last year, we had a 10-year 10-year anniversary show at Adair's, which was kind of our spiritual home. Yeah, and
I love that. I still love that place. I will always love that place.
we had a good run where we played there for several years on their Monday nights every week, and it was sort of industry nights, so they had drink specials and such, and all the folks who'd worked so diligently and in the trenches on the weekends were able to come out on Monday and enjoy a spirited night of quality honky tonk
Heck yeah.
at Adair's, which I maintain is the one to beat as far as a good honky tonk in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's still my favorite bar in Dallas. Always has been.
Yeah.
Adair's?
Yes, I love Adair's.
Play there on Sunday.
Now there was a bit of baton passing in those days when the Bucks started there.
Yeah, because we had got it from
Sue's
the
place.
1100, and y'all took it from us.
Yeah, it was a proud tradition.
Yeah, and then now it's Joe Blow or something. I don't know.
No, Joe Blow.
No, it's got the.
We love Joe Blow.
Oh, Joe, Curly Joe. Joe Blow Cane Blow, of course.
Oh.
Do you remember
Matt.
Strap?
Yeah, yeah, Matt Hillier.
That was a cool ass rock band.
Yeah, dude.
Who?
Matt Hillier. 1100.
yeah.
Matt
He's
the
a good
Cat.
dude. I've known him way too long.
Yeah, Strap was a badass band. They're like a modern ZZ Top.
Yeah, he's a shredding player, man. He could really play guitar.
And was it their drummer what's his name from
Ice is. He went to Ice for a while. Vanilla Ice.
ISIS.
Yeah, ISIS.
There's actually
God.
love called ISIS. That would be a
I
horrible
don't think
name
they're
for
still
a
around.
band.
Why? They're awesome.
Yeah.
ISIS is one of my favorite bands. Yeah, they're awesome. They've been interviewed about that too. Like they've disbanded, but they're in the Red Sparrows, and there's a couple other bands that they're involved with now. But they're like, yeah, it sucked when the war started.
The wave of
Jason didn't know about
good
ISIS,
press,
the band.
really kind of back in action.
Yeah.
Did he freak out and go, why is
Yeah, he's like, that's the worst name of a band ever.
It's because I was in the military, so for me, it's red lights.
Yeah.
Lots of red lights in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have the flag and stuff. The band, like, no,
Fair enough.
It's just they're real ocean. They're into ocean stuff.
No, we're
and all
not
that.
ISIS. We're is
Is
right?
Is,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That changed.
Wait, you know
Sure.
there's a theater.
They changed their name in 2007 to Is.
There's a theater that's about to open again in the middle of the stockyards called ISIS.
Yeah.
The ISIS Theater.
Well,
Right there on
there's
Main.
a belly dancing place over in mid cities that I go by
It's
every once in a while
ISIS.
to pick it. Yeah, it's ISIS, and I'm like, whoa! Every time I see it, I'm like-
Harwood and Brown Trail.
and they do have
Right
the
there by
font,
Bicycles
that
Inc.
weird font, that I'm gonna chop your head off font.
Whoa, sir.
Hey.
I'm just saying that's the same font.
Hey.
Sorry. Oh, did I cross the line on
Just
that?
came here
Hey.
for some belly dancing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought-
Did.
Yeah, I came here for some
Yeah.
I thought we
for
were
the
talking
tzatziki
about.
sauce and then
pass the hookah. Let's cool
Sorry,
down.
I thought we were talking about ISIS boner.
Okay, before I hit record here, because I don't want to do this on the air or on recording on record. You guys a fan of Convoy and the Cattlemen?
I've seen them play. I think we shared a bill with them once. I don't know much about them though.
Okay, I
So-
just wondered if y'all did or not. Holy shit!
If
look
we
at
were
this.
on, if we were like being recorded, what the fuck?
That
That's
looks
like
like
oil,
That's
man.
that's like a cartoon. I'm pouring liquid into something.
yeah, that doesn't look good to me
think
at all.
It's a satanic beer.
ISIS could
It's
harness
satanic.
that for some
It
ill
could.
will.
It could be.
Smells
God.
good, man.
All right, you ready?
12.4%. Yeah, let's do it.
Hey,
you
wait.
ready?
So maybe we can play a few tracks from the record and kind of talk about it.
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah.
You just tell me what. Here, let me load these up.
I'll tell you one. Can I make a request? I want to hear the one that you were telling me about earlier.
Which one's that?
The one about the funeral procession.
Oh,
Oh.
that's my favorite one. That's,
Okay.
Oh, it's a heavy one.
That one.
It's good stuff.
Let me get these. Let me get
Not
these.
too heavy,
loaded
Evan?
up for-
No,
too heavy to
man,
talk
it's a good tune.
But I just
That's my favorite on there.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it while cutting that song.
Mm.
I just didn't know.
It's fun to play live. I mean, it's not. I mean, fun.
I know you pour your heart,
it's a good.
you
It's
pour your
good
heart into
live.
these things, and I get that, and especially with it
Yeah,
being about
yeah.
your dad. But I didn't know how tight it was, or if it hurt to talk about, or
No. I mean, it's all good.
Okay.
It's been a
Making
long.
sure.
It's been a long process.
Good level.
I
Okay.
understand.
All right. So let's fire this up then, and let's do this. Here we go.
I'm definitely.
That's a piano.
Coming in hot.
Holy crap!
That was hot.
Is that a drop?
That was loud,
Yeah.
man.
You gave me an
God
ear
dang.
boner.
That was way loud. Hey,
That was a fear ear boner.
And we're back.
There's
And
not
that
a
was,
limiter on there, is there?
It's not. Dang. I didn't know y'all just slammed down the piano at the end of that track. I didn't
That
realize.
was a punk
I
rock.
don't think they knew it.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right. So here we are.
Mm.
We're back.
Mm.
And we took a nice little pee-pee break. And we were talking before we went to a break. I talked about what I think is my favorite song on this album is Warning Shot. I'm a huge fan of this song.
All right.
The meaning behind it, from what when I was listening to it, I was trying to catch on what the meaning was, and then in the Dallas Observer article, they kind of went a little more in depth. So it's kind of like a funeral procession that.
Yeah, I mean, I was always taken by this one particular chapter in the book, As I Lay Dying, which is told from the perspective of the person that has died. And so I always thought, if you're looking up and you're seeing the clouds kind of move along as their own caravan, and that was kind of the vision, at least, of the chorus. And then kind of diving into the story of the person as it went along.
Man, perfect. Hit
Man,
it.
I don't know, I do radio.
Hit the post,
You
man.
hit the post perfect.
I know, now we're talking again, but I was just saying, I didn't know if I was supposed to stop talking.
No. So
No more cherry.
Just
Okay,
one
one more for the road.
Solidarity.
when I was listening to this, it kind of reminded me of a sequel to an O song the Reaper.
Okay.
It
Well,
kind of felt that way, like they kind of go hand in hand because the Reaper, you're talking about when death comes, I want to make sure the job is done.
right.
And now that the job has been done, you're reflecting and looking back. And
I very much appreciate your research.
well, it was like
He's
as I
a
was
Star
listening,
Wars.
it's like-
Everything has to be
Yeah.
prequels and sequels and stuff because he's a
Yeah,
Star Wars
I
guy. So
cross-examine everything.
you
It
could
goes
tell
with
him that
everything.
it has nothing to do with.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fine.
I mean
You
for
kick him in the
sure.
balls.
It was very.
I don't think they necessarily have anything to do with each other. I know that in writing them, I feel like there was a similar vein. At least, you're thematically speaking. One is, from the dead person, and the other one is we're going to go out in a blaze of glory, so to speak. And if you're going to go out, you might as well go big or go home, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in a general, too much is better than not enough type of approach. So yeah, I've never thought about the connection there. So I would need more time to really process that. But surely there's some subconscious connection there. That's pretty good. I don't know. It's good. I like that.
When I first whipped through this record, that's what just came to mind because I had listened to Honeycomb quite a bit, and I was like, "Huh, kind of work." And then I went back and listened. I was like, maybe."
I don't want anybody to listen too closely though, because the chord progressions seem very similar. So
I didn't think about that. Maybe that's what subconsciously.
yeah, the chorus going down to 6. Anyways, yeah, it's a very similar thing that happens.
But this song is pretty hardcore. It's deep. It's pretty rad. I really really love it.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's cool. Like when you write a song, I assume y'all can relate. And sometimes it comes really really fast, and this is one of those that kind of was it was kind of finished before I could realize that it was even done. It was like the ultimate in just playing and writing, and it just kind of happens really fast, which is nice. Because laboring over things, especially this dark and depressing, it's not a place you want to be in.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're some kind of Slavinsky method actor when you're writing or whatever, but you do get in a place, and I don't want to be in this place for very long.
Just rather sing about it real quick.
Yeah,
and move on to the next song.
You get it out, and you're like, all right, that was that.
So you said it's fun to play live.
Yeah, fun. It's a weird word to put on it, but yeah, no, I mean it's good because Chad here is so good, and our drummer Trey is just excellent, and he can do good 3-part harmony stuff, and so we really kind of dived into 3-part harmonies, not only on this song but a bunch of them. But this one, in particular, has a lot of dynamics, so you can really take the floor out from it. You're playing it, and you kind of at top volume. I mean, not saying we're rocking out or whatever, because we're going as loud as we can go.
Did you record this album to tape too?
No, we didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Because it has a warm sound. I mean, all the tracks that I've listened to sound warm and have that tape sound to me.
Well, I do enjoy distortion, so I added quite a bit of tape saturation to it. So, ultimately, which is really, tape is just adding distortion, right? So yeah, there is quite a bit of it.
Now, multi-tracking this out, was it a long process?
Extremely,
Was
yeah.
it? It was. And bringing people in, did you have some framework built, and then we're like, hey, Chad, can I play some keys over this, or?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what I knew was I had these songs, and I knew that I wanted piano and guitar, like acoustic guitar, to be the kind of the essence of it. I knew that Trey would be playing drums, and I had talked to Danny to play bass. And so one thing led to another, but once really Danny, once the drums were done, and then Danny kind of laid some bass, that led to what he did, and then what he did really ultimately made the sound. Because to a certain degree, I knew overall what it was going to sound like, but really it was a fishing expedition and it was me in a room a lot of the time, just kind of figuring how the sounds actually kind of came together. But I think in the end, it was it's the best thing I've ever been a part of, that I've done. So
the string work, is it live strings or is it Chad?
No, it's Buffy Jacobs.
Okay.
Who used to be in Polyphonic Spree.
Okay.
And now, because I called her for another session just last week to do for somebody else. Joshua Ray Walker, by the way. Watch out for him. He's very, very good. Anyways, I called her about doing some string work, and she's on tour with Hamilton right now, the musical.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I was like, all right. She goes, okay, cool. I can actually get the whole Hamilton string quartet to play on it. I was like,
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
I was like, all right,
We could do that.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Do I gotta buy pizza or
Yeah,
anything?
I know. Like, whatever.
You want a case of beer?
Yeah, no, I don't think they work on our budget. Just like, can we still get the bro rate?
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool, man. So yeah, she came in and did that, but now she's slaying. You know, it's so cool.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's
It just puts everything together.
yeah, it really does. It's nice glue. Not that you're not nice glue too.
Hey, I feel pretty glued.
That's those cherry bombs, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
you're sinking into your seat.
Yeah.
So how about the comedian?
Oh.
Ah, yes, the comedian. This song, we always do play it second in our set. I wrote it. This is the only like co-written one technically on the album. I wrote it with a guy named Andrew Delaney. I don't know if y'all know who he is. Sweet guy. But I thought there's a good connection between comedians and musicians where we kind of live this ultimately lonely life on the road. You know, where you're playing. You know, when you play a show to a hopefully I don't know, respectful or like appreciative crowd, and then you're back to a hotel, and then you're on the road, and then you're broke, and then you're on the road, and blah. So I kind of put it into this character's shoes, and then at the end he kind of, not to give away the ending, but he like comes back and his like girl is cheating on him basically, and you know it's like a sad tune, but fitting it into the overall theme of the album, I thought it really made actual sense. And using just like a throwaway punchline, like "Is this thing on?" is like the hook of the chorus. I was
Yeah.
pretty,
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty good.
I was like,
I
all
like
right.
that.
What do you what do you
No,
think?
you
of
and
this?
I talked about this one quite a bit early on. I always think there's almost nothing sadder than somebody saying, "Is this thing on?"
Yeah.
And it's like the ultimate sort of admittance of like, oh, I've lost them. I've
Yeah.
lost
happened?
them. But you
Yeah.
haven't just lost them; you've lost yourself. It's like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
What is any of this about? And it's sort of a very existential sort of
Yeah.
crisis in that moment, and it gets tossed off, and that's generally when the person saying it gets tossed off because
Yeah.
you know they've lost it. That's when the Sandman comes out on the
That's
Apollo.
right.
And the
But,
sirens start going off. And
Yeah,
you get your anxiety.
but I
Bummer.
like the idea of taking that line and kind of throwing it into this sort of bigger canvas, because I think as a performer, but just in life, like you feel like as a human, sometimes you're like, maybe with the wash of social media and everything, like you're like, I'm giving you quality content, folks. Nobody's liking my stuff. I mean, that's an extreme because you know who really cares. But the point is, I think people do care.
Yeah.
And it's like there's this whole other level of like, how come nobody sees me or hears me when I've got, you know, 6,000 followers or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion before with comedians, how similar, like some of the same stories and some of the same, you know, just the whole scene is almost the exact same. Like that he can't. What was his? I forgot his name.
Jeff
the guy that came
Davis?
in. That was the guy that did the weird thing, right? I was talking about the guy that
Whoa.
does his thing at Mass.
Oh,
He has a show over there. But anyway, it
I'm
was
blank right
like
now.
it was like talking to a musician though. It's the same exact things, the same anxieties,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
joys, same. Is this mic on? I
Yeah.
mean,
You would think it would almost be worse because they're up there all
By
alone.
themselves and
You know,
naked.
you don't have a buddy you can turn to and say, "You really botched that one."
yeah.
Well, I will on Thursday morning in
Well,
Austin,
we'll see.
How early are we talking on?
7 a.m.
God bless.
This guy's not even entertaining the idea.
is this gonna
Yeah.
be? Is this gonna be streamed? We're gonna be able to listen to this live.
It's gonna be on the radio live.
That's before
Well,
we even
do they
leave.
stream it on the web too? While they-
Surely. It's
I gotta
Sun
hear-
Radio.
I gotta hear
Austin,
this.
Texas.
I gotta hear this.
100.7
100 points.
FM.
Hey Austin, you rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. I didn't
Anyways.
realize this. I guess I didn't put two and two together because I've been to a lot of comedy shows. But a big argument came up the other day was someone was like, "Well, you know, I'm not going to come to your comedy show because you don't come to my band show."
No, that was brought up on our show.
Well,
That's
this
what
was
he
also
said.
back online.
Yeah.
It was a big
I can
argument.
remember the
and
guy's name.
He was Brian Breckenridge,
That's right.
and he was what the argument, as I read through everything, was like, you know, you go out and see a band, that is a 3 to 4 hour night as you're waiting through other bands, or you know, you respectfully watch other bands or whatever. You're not one of those guys that show up to see your friends play and leave.
Yeah.
But on a comedy night, there's no break in sets. It's like one guy gets done and the next guy's immediately up.
Yeah.
So you're only there for like an
They
hour.
might have an MC that comes and
And you
tells a
may
couple of
see-
cheesy jokes, and then the next
Yeah.
act's immediately up.
You'll see 4 people within an hour, especially local comedy, because
You know
no
what I-
one's putting together
I don't know
60-minute
where.
sets.
Here's the deal with me. I don't know where to begin with local comedy. Like besides that guy,
at Mass.
because the only time I've gone to a comedy show was on a cruise, and it was horrible. Made me never want to go again.
Isn't all that stuff like
I wanted to jump. I think it was Dave or not Dave Chappelle. What's the guy's
That
name?
would have
Chris
been
Tucker.
awesome.
yeah?
That would have been
Chris-
really awesome.
Yeah.
It wasn't Dave Chappelle.
Chris Tucker though.
No, it was a guy that wanted to be like Chris
Oh,
Tucker.
okay.
It was that kind of like he was trying to do the whole
Like,
Dave
this is the-
Chappelle, Chris Tucker thing.
You know, Chris Rock walked on my
Eddie
cruise.
Murphy.
I was like, that was
This
fucking
sucks.
shit. This
Eddie Murphy
sucks.
showed up.
Let's
I
go
thought it
drink.
sucked. I was like, this guy sucks. He's
Cost
never
$4
gonna amount
to get
anything.
in.
Fuck this.
Now
I
we
could
had a
be
2-drink maximum.
I could be up the casino. No, it was a guy that was trying to do that, but it wasn't panning out, and it
This
just
guy's not
got
going to
me
be
bitter.
around. He's not going to be anything. Fucking failure.
Yeah. Now he's on Saturday Night Live.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So some days is that what your single is right now?
That is
Some
the
days?
yeah. We made a video for that one a while back, and it's a nice, easygoing track. I thought it was a nice. I don't know. It seemed like an easygoing kind of soften the blow into the world of the pills. You know,
Wait, what kind of pills are we talking about? Are these Quaaludes?
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Or that?
pills.
The
That's
pills.
when they screw up. They go like they're Pilsner if they're good, but
they're
if it's
just the
shit,
pills,
it's the
bad
pills.
shit,
Yeah,
and they
it's the
I'm
pills.
blaming on the Quaaludes.
Yeah,
That's right.
joining the pills.
It helps. It helps our writer. You know, it's just like like a couple of pieces of meat and then just a tray of pills.
pills.
It's like
Tray of
God,
For the
pills. No.
the coin bank.
That's right, for the coin purse.
Oh yeah.
The coin
See, it
purse.
all comes full circle.
That's
Full
where you
circle.
put your
Your pills and
vacuum sealed Quaaludes
You know-
from Robert Plant's collection.
There you go. Instead of walking around with a rattler like some of the old men do, you know,
Yeah.
their tin cans of Viagra
That's
and
right.
stuff.
That's right. The rubber.
The rubber keeps it from rattling. You don't
Yes.
sound like a freaking rattlesnake.
You
walking
have a
through the
massive collection of rubbers right here, but I
There we
dare
go.
say it might be a little
Can I-
weird to pull a pill out of that.
I'll make a request that
Yeah,
you
that
put
is-
in your book for the next album. You can have him write it in his book. That you have at least one track about the vacuum sealed pills from Robert Plant in the pill in the rubber coin.
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to say one thing though about this track, though it may seem
This one?
yeah, the one we're hearing now. This song, while it might be gentle of nature, I feel that the richness of the vocal and the tenderness of the delivery, combined with the I don't know, the subject matter, this is almost a centerpiece of the record. I mean, it seems to me always struck me as a man kind of dealing with a point in his life, trying to figure things out, and I don't know, taking in new perspectives. Like right here, he's like, I don't know, what's he doing? He's hoping, he's praying.
But isn't it the same thing to hope and to pray? you know?
Exactly.
That was the whole punch, like the point of this line.
What? No, the saying is
There's tension and release in this song that I think is really interesting.
you can hope in one hand and wish in the other, or is it hope in one hand and pray in the other?
I thought it was shit in one hand, wishing the other.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's
See
hope
which
in
one
two
one
in-
hand,
first.
kiss
two in her
the other,
bush
and
or
see which one
something.
hope fills up first.
Yeah.
So that's what we did during the break. I don't
Yeah.
know what-
Yeah.
Man,
So-
this is really good.
Yeah,
I like this a
I
lot,
like
John.
that this tune seems like it's a easygoing tune, but I dare anybody to try to play it after hearing it.
Oh, it's tricky. There's some tricky moves. But
It's a confusing
again, there's a lot of heart in this one. A lot of thoughtfulness, I think, in the lyric that, for me, rings true.
The other one that struck my fancy is this one right here. I'm gonna play this song. I'm gonna see if you guys know your own songs.
Ah, yes. This is what we call call the kettle black.
That's exactly the
And
title.
I like that I've heard these songs about 7,000 times. Um,
Good, you're up on your own songs.
Yeah. This is what you call a classic murder ballad.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what I got from it.
So, if you like those, then this is your kind of song. If you don't, you might like it still.
Now, exactly who are you murdering?
Well, I'm not murdering anybody.
The
The character.
Character.
I like to think these little short stories, but this particular story involves a husband and wife who have now basically they're talking to the judge and they're divorcing after a year, and because he had caught her with he found a hotel key, and he basically admits to find that you would find a hotel key on him also, so therefore he won't call it kettle black, and then he ultimately finds her with this other guy in their bed, and ultimately kills the both of them. And then he goes to jail. I don't know. This is all. I thought. Is it not? Is it pretty obvious? Or is it kind of subtle?
No, it's really obvious.
I don't know
Okay.
that.
It's
I
really
don't.
obvious.
I don't know that. Well, I guess okay.
I think Dustin's trying to ask if it happened to you.
No, did not.
Are you a murderer?
Killed someone, and should
Well, I don't know what the statute of limitations is or like my gag order, but
we?
yes
On a
and no,
podcast,
it did
you
not
can say
happen.
anything because it's
Okay.
just a podcast.
Okay.
Obviously, no,
Edit it. I'm sorry, Chad. I cut you off, man. You're about to go on about the
Oh
song.
no. I don't know that I guess that makes sense. He's not calling the kettle black, but I don't know that there's anything in the lyric that speaks to his own infidelity. Is there?
Well, it says
Specifically?
that if you would have found a key on me or whatever. That's
Oh,
why he's
okay.
not calling the kettle black. And then she won't call the kettle black because she can't because she's not alive anymore.
she's dead.
Which was a horribly awful joke in the
But
middle of the song.
he does kill the
And kills the guy also.
guy also.
And then at the end, he kind of accuses God to a certain degree of, I forgot how the lyrics go, but basically that God has done the same thing, so he's not going to call the kettle black at the same thing. So it's a bit of a multi-layered sadness ritual. I don't
So
know.
are all the tracks on this album got story? Are they all character based, like storylines, kind of little mini stories?
Yes, I think most
whole-
of them are.
The whole album.
I would have to look at
I
it. and
love
kinda
it
go
when
through.
musicians do that.
I don't
It's-
usually.
Is that
do it
that's
that
what I was
way.
going to ask? Is that something that you normally do with your other projects?
No, I doubt. Well, maybe it'll happen on the next album. I don't know how this is going to go down, but it seemed to always work that way. It was just kind of thematically, these are the songs, and they kind of fit. The O's songs tend to be a lot more like loosey goosey, kind of happy-go-lucky,
Mhm.
and
Hey, we're partying.
yeah, it's all a good time, banging on this drum, doing the thing, playing a banjo, telling jokes, and then so. None of these songs really would work in that world. Like the Reaper was one that doesn't really work for the O's.
That is one that stands out.
It's
We're
like-
whoa,
Yeah,
hold on.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit the mold, and I think I was attempting it, and I realized pretty quickly that was not a good idea.
So, are you a writer? Like, do you write other things besides your music or
I
books?
mean, I've written like scripts and stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, they just sit there, and like my wife reads them, and she's like, "That's pretty good." She doesn't sound anything like that. I don't know why she's.
I would like
You know
to do
this-
a voice
this is
analyst.
You know this is recording you, John.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Nice. Like she's a redneck too. She's not even from the like.
Get back in the trailer.
Yeah. Give me that.
back up.
Give me that typewriter back. Or what's
Sissy.
what's the thing?
This ain't lucky longer. Get back here, sissy.
I said Falstaff beer. God.
So, but you have some things on the cutting board that you left out that's going to come out, like some other stories. Have you? Is it so new that you haven't even thought about that?
No, we have some new songs to be.
Yeah.
The only one that didn't make the record that we recorded was a song called Bastards of None.
Yeah.
And it was like basically a ripoff of the replacement song.
Yeah.
What's it? We are the sons of none, bastards of young. No, what is it?
That sounds right.
We are the sons of none, bastards. I can't. Now I'm
I thought
thinking
it was
about our song.
Bastards of Young. Young.
Yeah.
Young.
We are
bastards,
sons
something
of
like
no one, bastards of young. Right? Anyways, whatever. That
Yeah.
song. The replacement song. Anyways, I can't. Whatever. So this one, I was thinking more of bastards of none and how we're all born in this thing together. Blah blah blah. I was a bit idealistic, and I think it was I don't dare I say a little lame compared to the rest of them.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a rocker in the middle of like.
yeah, that's
those.
the irony. Yeah, I guess in a way is that it's the most rockin' tune.
Yeah, and it just kind of didn't fit.
Right.
Maybe it'll make the next
Well, I
record.
guess
but
what my
probably not.
question is it going to continue? Is the Magic Pilsner going to continue down this pathway of telling stories per tune, or is that something that you just haven't addressed? Is you just going to kind of let it be organic? Maybe the next album's going to be rock and roll and good time feely.
I would like to get a little more rocking, but for our sakes, I think, just for the show, it's going to give us some more pep. But as of the 6 songs that I know of for the next album, they're all story songs about characters.
And we might have crossed this, but remind me again, who's in the live band?
So Chad Stockslager, the living legend, the one and only.
Yes.
The man, the myth.
That's right.
Most interesting man.
He is.
Dallas. You are, dude.
Hey, come on.
More but less.
Just trying to keep up.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though.
You have luscious locks, too.
Real quick, before we move on, I'd just like to point one thing out. This band came together around this song cycle, okay? Now, I've known John for many years. He's a very talented songwriter and a wonderful fella to know. But this guy's a writer. He cranks them out like people sign checks. He's just writing songs left and right, okay?
Yeah.
Now, his various sources. Now, we didn't tap into this earlier, but John and I used to have a variety show many years ago.
Mm.
What?
And so
Is it on YouTube?
we would some of it is
Yeah.
we used to sit haunch to haunch working out bits for this variety show that we would put on every few months. It would sometimes a year between, because the amount of work that went into it was really quite intense.
It was
there
very
was
intense.
no budget. We just put it together, much like what I'm witnessing here in this room tonight.
Well, we've
I'll be
tossed
honest.
it-
This
we
is
actually-
the lowest of all budgets.
That's
But it's
okay.
funny that you said that, because we just actually started tossing around this idea of doing one like every 3 months, maybe.
Well,
a
imagine
full-on
doing
video
this
show.
operation with maybe half the gear in front of a live audience
And talent.
and we would have video bits. It was the whole bit. So all that to say, the amount of talent in this fella in his ability to just write. Okay, he's a great writer, very prolific, and I've been a fan of all of his many projects through the years, and we've had the pleasure of playing together time and again. But this particular batch of tunes, whenever I started hearing these rough drafts, these demos that he was sending me, it took on a weight and a singular quality that was apart from everything else, and so I think it's worthy of note that this particular band is geared around that batch of tunes.
Mhm.
So everything that the future holds is, of course, wide open and hopeful, and things will move forward into good time, fun music and all that. But this batch of tunes is very special, and I mean they're heartfelt, and they come from a place that I think is speaks to all of us. I was thinking about it the other night whenever we were hanging out, and it was like,
I was thinking of you too.
oh, and it's like,
What does this feel like, John? Him saying that to you? I mean,
I-
that's cool. That what he just said.
I think
is
he's
pretty
never.
cool.
Either
That's
you are
awesome.
drunk now. I think we've only talked about this when we've had several drinks. So I appreciate hearing this, like
it goes
with a
without
memory
saying,
that I'm forming.
It's
But
not
I
every
can hear-
practice.
The thing is, though, what he's saying, though,
It's
I can
very rare.
your standard music fan can catch that too when you listen to these songs. I think you can catch on to that a little bit, what he's saying. So
Oh, absolutely. And you can be a fan of the O's or the Boys Named Sue or Slick 57 or any of his many projects that are all wonderful. But this batch of tunes is extra special. And whenever we started talking about it and getting in the studio and working it out, it to me resonated in a way that I feel is so relatable to anybody. I mean, you look at someone like Jason Isbell, for example, okay?
Your buddy.
Someone that we can all appreciate, not only his work with the Truckers, but what he's done in his solo work. And it just strikes me that sometimes the moment of tragedy or some sort of life-changing realization, as in his case with sobriety and all that, it puts a different twist on things, and it gives an added weight to things. And what John went through in this last year and a half is something I think that is so relatable. I mean, everyone has someone that they love dearly that they have to say goodbye to, and these songs reflect that in a way that I think is so special. And it doesn't have to be all about that. That's the point. But it's in there, and it's a part of the fabric, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. And dude,
man, that's an album description. You should put that on the notes. The
Well, you
jacket
have
notes and
well, you
stuff,
have an
man. That's
intern.
awesome.
Kind of describe that, and then we can have that for.
Yeah,
If you
for
want it-
sure, yeah.
like
Cut it
like
up.
the old shows, if you want a transcription of this show, send $9.95 to, and we'll send you a
Columbia
No.
Record Club, right?
We'll send you a dried out cherry too.
Yeah.
So to stack on top of what a Chad said, this album's fucking good.
Thank
Like,
you.
I
front
agree.
to back, listening to it all the way through. The first time I heard it, I was like, God damn, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. I was ready for
Yeah.
something that was kind of O's-ish, because I've known the O's for years. Like I've told you,
Yeah.
I saw you guys way, way, way back. I've kind of followed y'all around, shooting different shows and stuff. But when this hit, I was like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
heavy
Yeah, it's
and
it's heavy
big
stuff.
and
Yeah.
full. And this album's ridiculously good.
Yeah,
thanks.
I've caught a lot of the marketing on Instagram and stuff for this album, but I put it off to listen to. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to get done with the other shows,
Next.
and then wait to sit down and listen to it. And that's the first thing that I said to Dustin. I was like, "Wow, this guy's he's a real musician. He's a real
I don't know if I'm a
artist
real
here.
musician, but I certainly
he can write songs."
And
So
I wasn't. I knew you could write songs. Like the O stuff is gold. It's really, really good. But good God, this album's ridiculous. And I don't know if what also took me by surprise is the fullness of everything. Used to listen to the O stuff because a lot of the O stuff is you and Taylor alone and recorded live. You know, live takes.
Yeah.
Through everything, and then you put this in, you're like, holy crap, there are strings, there are drums, there are, oh my God, keyboards, there's everything in here. This is gigantic.
Yeah, well, the idea, I mean, I started off, the first tune I knew from the get-go would be this song called Orion, and the reason why is I wanted it to kind of start with a siren sound, and I had a little banjo in there to kind of like tease, like, hey guys, remember it's me, like I'm the dude from the O's. But then I want, and by the end of it has the whole band playing and everybody's jumping on board.
And I think that might have taken me in too.
Yeah.
I was like, this is familiar. Then all of a sudden, holy crap.
Yeah, but at least it's got some edge to it and everything. But I don't know. I really like this song. I don't know if it's for everybody. I think most people might hear this and then they go to the next one and think, oh, these are songs. But to me, these are nice little vignettes of a guy that's really lost. And it kind of sets up thematically, kind of an overture of the album to a certain degree.
Well, you've set the bar. I mean, it's March.
Yeah.
And you've set for the year.
Yeah, that's a good album for
of the
right
year.
off the bat.
Oh,
You've set the bar. There's
All right.
There's a place to hit.
That's exactly what he was saying before y'all came in about the warning shot. He said this might be one of my favorite songs of the whole year.
Or that I've heard
only
in
right.
years.
And
like
yeah,
we have a lot of bands through here. We have a lot of friends that come through here, and local bands that have played a lot. And I do gauge local music at a certain level, but there's very few times that a local song will absolutely blow me away. And that warning shot blew me away.
Thank you.
And yeah, this record all the way through has blown me away. I'm super blown away. I mean, I can keep saying blown away. Can I say blown away a little bit more?
I'll allow it.
There's so many dicks around here that you might not want to say it too many times.
And one might
It's
end
the
up in my
lyrics.
mouth.
He's
For me-
blown
for
every
me,
single
it's the
one of
lyrics.
I'm
those.
feeling
Right.
a little blown away.
Honestly,
over
for me,
here.
it's the lyrics. It's we can all relate.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, it's we've all got that place. We've all got that place
Yeah,
where
we've
we have
all
to deal
murdered
with
our
that.
wives.
We've all got that place where we have to deal with something deep,
Yeah.
and you're sitting there going, okay, it's not just me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's not just
Yeah.
me.
And the shows aren't all heavy, like if you come out and see us, we're not like sitting there with like,
Like a Radiohead.
Yeah, it's not totally sad. It's
You just stare at
But
the
it rings a
ground
bell.
and
It
put
rings a
the
bell in
songs.
your head. It lets you know
Right.
that you're not alone. First of all,
Do you have any live recordings posted of the Magic Pilsner up yet? Or
I think there's a couple floating around. I mean,
Yeah, there's some stuff
Something
on
from the Kessler,
YouTube, I
maybe.
think. Yeah.
yeah, YouTube, you might call it.
YouTube.
We
Yeah.
have it on
I think
YouTube.
I think I saw a video from Adair's
Oh, yeah?
on Friday.
Oh,
I think
wait,
somewhere-
Adair's. That would have just been you and me.
Yeah.
Just
Was that the Christmas show we did?
Uh-oh. I
That
don't
was a
remember
little
that
loose.
one.
I'm hoping that one slips through the cracks.
Hey, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, eggnog,
Yeah.
eggnog and weed.
Lots of eggnog. Yep, eggnog and weed. That's exactly what happened, I think.
It's green. It's time of year. So you said this before too, I'm pretty sure, but when is the next full band show coming up?
Well, this Friday, depending on when you're listening, so the 16th, we're going to be playing over at the Six Springs Tavern in Richardson.
How about it when South by Southwest isn't happening?
When that is not happening, the next thing I'm close to you, the 21st of April, we're going to be at Magnolia Motor Lounge.
Ooh.
And I haven't been to a show there yet, so I'm going to go to that. I'm not.
Been there.
Did you
Really?
say
Who have you
21st of
seen there?
April?
21st of April, that's right. So next month. Yeah, come on. It should be fun.
This is
That
the
is
first.
a April. Wait, I'm
Does
in
Mean
May.
Motor Scooter
Yeah,
play
what
there?
about April 11th
That's
at
a
the Irving
Saturday.
Music Factory?
Oh, April
Let's
11th
not
at the
forget about
Irving.
that.
See, he got his
Is
book
that
out.
well promoted? I thought that was more of a private thing.
No. That's open to the public.
Okay.
Yes.
See, he got his book out, man. That's the
April
book.
11th.
That's the book.
That's
a
right.
Wednesday. So
It's a Wednesday.
It's from 8 to 10:30, so it's still
Yeah.
an early night. Come on.
Yeah.
We need to practice and learn some more songs. Is what that tells us.
No, that's plenty. We'll be fine.
Practice is overrated.
Yeah.
If there's any night that's going to be full of filler,
Yeah.
it won't be that night.
We'll order the lasagna during the break. Yeah.
The night when so this song's called The Comedian, so I just got to tell you, I got a joke here.
Okay.
And all that
Yeah.
crap. Huh?
Yeah, lots of jokes that aren't mostly fall flat on my part. He's really funny. I just
Oh,
kind of, I just make sure that I
Chad, have you worked up a stand-up set?
Oh no.
No.
I prefer well, if you count behind the keys, blibber blabbering between random tracks. But
What about the Nature Channel voiceover or anything like that? You ever done one of those?
No.
Would you like to do a
To see
bit
the
for
March
our
of
show?
Ants. Yeah.
I would say I'd like to say I'm available, but I've got a pretty full docket.
I saw his book a minute ago when he was pulling it open. It's
Yeah,
pretty full.
Oh no, I'm just saying. It takes a lot of work to juggle all this flim flam jim jam nonsense.
God, I want to
Oh
go
my
home
God.
with him. I'm ditching the show.
You are?
Yeah, I'll just be I'll just be his lackey.
Oh,
I'll, say-
no.
I'll take it. I'll hold your book.
Okay, well.
You want somebody to carry your keys
That's
for
strange.
I can tell you he's going to the landing after the show.
hmm.
Yeah. We would. That's a long drive, man. Y'all better get
I
going.
gotta scooch out of here by 10, so I got a hot date.
Yeah,
at
we
the
do
King's
too.
Spa, so
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to
normally
King's
when we
You're going to
wrap
King's
it
Spa
up.
tonight?
Spa. Yeah.
Whoa!
I got a Groupon. It expires tomorrow, so I got to do it.
So what do you want us to
Wait, hold on. King Spa has a Groupon?
Hell yeah, they got
Yeah.
that's the way to go, bro. It's either $45 or
Is that the place behind your rehearsal spot?
Wow. No, that
Off of
place burned to
Mockingbird?
the ground.
Okay.
That place burned to the ground. That wasn't all an insurance scam.
No, King's Spa
Jewish
is the
lightning?
shit, dudes. Y'all got to jump in on this thing.
No, I'm enjoying this whole experience, but I was my understanding
as
this
good as
goes
the
till
King's
10.
Spa.
I
It
gotta,
goes to 10. We have 10 minutes, and I
Alright.
do want to ask y'all a question because y'all are in here. You're wise men. We're in here with a room
Very
full of
wise
men.
men.
I was shamed this week.
Shamed.
Shamed. And I want to get y'all's opinion on this.
Okay.
On Friday night, our buddy Jeffrey Lord had his hippie bath day over at the Tin Panther in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Playing was Andy Pickett and Chillamundo and Jesse Gage. They all played sets. On my way there, I stopped at 7-Eleven to pick up some gum. Just in case I had bad breath, you pick up some gum to
You never
mask the
know.
test. You never know. I was at the 7-Eleven there in downtown Fort Worth. And as I was checking out, I looked up behind the counter and I saw that they had the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. And I was like, hey, I haven't seen it yet. You mind? Let me grab one of those too.
Yeah, that didn't go over well, huh?
There was a lady behind me.
And she went, gosh.
She goes, I can't believe they sell that smut here.
You should have said, and I'll take a variations too.
This is 7-Eleven. They don't
Oh.
sell all that. So
They
I turned
don't?
around and I said,
They
excuse
don't?
me?
They stopped
And she
selling
goes,
it?
I can't.
Swank and everything.
She goes, I can't believe they sell that smut here and that you're buying it.
What time was this? Like this is late at
was
night?
9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I
9
thought it.
o'clock.
Okay.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
That's a double whammy.
That is
Them and you.
So I never do this ever. I only do it to my friends and
You should have said my
everybody
sister's in
that's
it.
within the circle. I will big time every once in a while, but
Big time.
I do it.
Okay.
I
here
do
we
it
go.
for
What
fun.
is this? Now you got my attention.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know
So I
about
did.
podcasting?
I pulled the card out and I said, "Excuse me, why am I not allowed to buy this?" And she goes, "Well, that's just smut, and it's glorifying women and rape.
How old
and
was she?
This whole culture of being able to do whatever you want to a woman."
Well, I am a professional photographer.
She was probably in her late 30s, 40s.
Like, have you seen the Dallas
Same age.
Cowboys?
So this is
So I turned
research you're
around
buying? Like what?
I turned around and I went, listen, I said, since you're throwing me under the bus and you don't know my situation, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I'm a photographer. And I said, not only am I a photographer, I'm also a photographer for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Did
So
you
I'm
tell
a
her?
creep all the way around.
So, if you,
Did you tell? Did you tell her you had encyclopedias when you were a kid too?
No, I did not.
That would
I
go
did
too
say
far.
I had a vacuum. No, and I said, for your information, the best place to go for editing research is what the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue does
They're
every year.
photographers.
For the way
Like
they
the-
edit, the way
yeah.
they shoot things, that's the place to go, especially if you're used to shooting.
What was the guy at the
swimsuit,
counter
bikini.
doing, just watching this go
The guy
down?
was like,
He's
"Oh my
whoa.
god, what happened?" And I said, "So if you need to know, this is research for me, and I haven't seen one yet."
You're like, I'm not going to spank to it. You didn't do that?
I said, "This isn't going in my bank." I did say that word.
Did she understand what
No
you were talking
way.
about that, though?
I did say that.
Did she understand what you meant, though, when you said that?
I don't know, but I was like, "So if I can go ahead and purchase this with your permission, I would like that." And she goes, "Wait, you're a photographer?"
My daughter's getting married in a couple of weeks.
I have a daughter that's
She's in high school.
I have a daughter that's about to graduate.
Yeah,
Can
there
I
she
get
is.
one of your cards?
What?
Are you kidding me?
Immediately changed just like that.
Golly, man.
Did you
And-
say I'm creeping on swimsuit models right now? Yeah,
I
I'll
went-
look at your daughter in high
I went-
school. Like, come on.
I went, "How's your daughter
lady's
looking at
nuts."
G-string?"
It's like, it's
No,
messed up, man.
I
That's
said,
messed
"No,
up.
I don't have any cards.
That was a neat story.
I don't have any
That's
cards."
many levels of creep.
But you
I'm on my
know,
way to Spa King.
I've got a Groupon. I
Got a Groupon.
I'm off at Sparking.
I got to tell you, I saw the cover of that Sports Illustrated. Maybe it's the fashion of the day. Maybe it's just the way things are going. But that gal on the front had a generous caboose.
Generous
She
caboose.
definitely did.
Yes.
I meant to bring it in here because the backside is a mockery, and it's the way they had it at
Yeah.
7-Eleven. They had the
Uh-huh.
backs up, and the back is a girl in a full Tyvek paint suit with a gas mask on
Yeah.
and some paint stuff, and it says Sports Illustrated
Antifa.
swimsuit
The
issue.
Antifa edition.
They go fully covered or something like that. And it's a
Is it?
girl's-
Did Sports
Hmm.
Illustrated or was it Victoria's Secret? Like one of the publications, I guess, came out with a big size model. Like one year, they're like, was that Victoria's
No.
Secret or
No, Sports Illustrated's
they
doing
did that? Oh,
Yeah.
they still do it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There's a couple of plus size girls in there that are models.
Yeah.
They're plus size models, and
Mhm.
they're gorgeous. They're extremely pretty.
Huh. So did
But
you tell
it's-
the lady at 7-Eleven about Jesus or anything?
No, I just grabbed my stuff and I left. I said I didn't have a card to give her. I'm sorry. I don't have all my
Check the
stuff with me.
website. Peace.
Here's my digits. Check it out. Peace.
Pornhub.com.
Gotcha.
But I thought I was getting
Red
sucked
tube.
into a Me Too movement right there
Yeah.
in the middle of 7-Eleven.
It sounded like it.
Yeah. Time
It
it up.
freaked me out.
And then it turned into a sales opportunity.
Yeah.
God.
Like that lady
TikTok.
changed.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone change on a top like that fast.
Yeah.
It's like she was like, oh.
My daughter's graduated
And her
high
face
school.
was just like, her
From
face
Tomball
was
High
crazy.
School
just like,
down-
Can I get some now 100s? Let me make sure. I get
Virginia
you-
Slims.
yeah.
now, I did have a high school senior that I shot a couple of years ago that her mom said that she needed that I wasn't shooting sexy enough because she needed some photos that would
Okay.
get her on the pole.
What?
Ugh.
Was she being funny though? Like
No.
haha,
No.
Brittany?
It made me weird. And
Like
this
she was
was
being
midway through the
serious.
shoot. I was like, oh.
Get her on the pole.
Yes.
Huh.
Mm.
That's what happens
Interesting.
when you're from Springtown.
All right, gentlemen. So time is of the essence.
It is
What
of the
would we
essence.
like to?
I want y'all to
Address.
plug.
Yeah, plug whatever you
Everything.
guys want.
Well,
All right.
we'll
Well,
allow
it's,
it.
this Friday is Six Springs Tavern, Richardson, Texas.
Richardson,
March
Richardson.
16th. April 11th, Toyota Town. What is it? What's it called?
I think Toyota Town in Irving.
Pavilion.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
The Toyota Pavilion. in
Toyota
Irving.
Town, Irving. Pavilion, April 11th.
Mm-hmm.
April.
We'll be on the big stage.
April 21,
Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out.
Magtown,
That's right.
the Mag Lounge,
Wait, April 11th is on
Wednesday.
a Wednesday.
Yeah, so you know, but
Pay
it's
us
only
more to
it's
not
only
get
8 to 10:30. Yeah, so
Okay.
come on.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys.
Have some Babes Chicken or what do they have there? I don't know what's in there.
well, I don't know.
Yeah, getting babes catered out there.
No, I don't know. I'm just
That'd
throwing
be
it out there.
rad.
Some wonderful.
Go look at
food,
what was the at Texas Stadium and
some quality cuisine
Yeah.
and lively
Well, the beanie.
musical
there's a
entertainment.
CarMax over there, I think, which is
Oh,
nice.
Okay, I think that's off the premises, but
Okay.
yes, in the vicinity.
Yeah, so you can't buy a car while listening to you guys.
Any Spa
Unfortunately.
Kings
You
out
buy
there?
the car and then you drive it to the pavilion to celebrate with.
What if I want to test drive it through the pavilion? While you guys
I
are
reckon
playing?
they're cool with that at Toyota Town, right? I mean,
one would
I mean,
think.
it's a Toyota.
It's in their name. They
yeah,
have to
they're
be.
probably like,
I mean,
Yeah.
Toyota's here now.
I mean, you can't
Yeah.
be
Their
drunk.
headquarters
They're
here.
probably going to give you a breathalyzer, or
Nah.
something, right?
it's not like
Yeah.
State
Let you do
Fair.
It's very laid back.
Oh, yeah.
It's very laid back.
You know, it's not like that. They're not crazy.
Very relaxed.
Are you guys bringing out a Ferris wheel?
Sure. No, we're not.
Okay.
No, we're not. I'm just,
Okay,
let's
then.
nip that
We
one
can't say
fast.
that one.
No, no.
Be a
Log
Ferris wheel of sadness.
That would be
yes.
fun.
Spinal Top?
We'll do some lousy
Spindle
card
Top.
tricks.
The Six
maybe.
Flags thing?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was
Stuck to
classic.
the wall.
That was great.
Spinnaker.
It was
And
next to the
yeah,
Spinnaker. And then remember that? It was great. And then they
Yeah.
tore it down to put the exit ramp for the Texas Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like,
Total
Yeah.
fail.
are you serious?
fail.
Yeah. And then
You
the
took away
boot-
two
I think-
rides just
yeah.
to exit one.
I think on the edge there's that boot that hops too.
Spindle Top
Spinnaker
was
was my
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spinal Top is awesome.
All right, gentlemen, we're getting off
Okay,
course.
sorry,
sorry,
We're getting
sorry.
off
Yeah, all right,
course.
okay.
Man, guys, thanks for
Yeah,
coming
let's
out.
cool it
This
down.
is
Thanks, guys.
congratulations on the album too. This is a
Yeah.
this is a badass album, man.
Thank
It's
you.
I
great.
enjoyed it for a while
Thank you.
with the Sports Illustrated.
We're coming out to catch
late
you
at
guys.
night.
I want to see this live. I really
I do too.
I want y'all to see it
Very
live.
interested
I'd,
in
will.
seeing
I'd
it
like to
live.
see it
We
live.
will.
So
Cool.
we'll
Yeah.
definitely figure it out. And thank you guys.
Maybe
for
we'll
coming
hook
out.
up in Austin too, man. You never know.
Yeah, all
If
right.
you're down there,
Yeah, I'm going to be down there. Maybe with him.
Yeah, we'll see. Well,
Just not
That'd be
7 in
great.
the morning.
If
Gotta
the
pull
two
out
of
the
us,
book.
if the two of us went
Pull out the
together, it'd be
book.
so much fun. We can make something happen.
yeah.
If
Maybe
you
play
get-
another show.
if you get bored and want to hop on a riverboat, give me a holler.
Yeah.
I'll get,
Oh,
I'll get
yeah.
you guys
Is
on
it
there.
Thursday, the riverboat?
It's Friday.
Friday.
1 to 3 and 6 to 9.
Do you need somebody to play 1 to 3?
Man, we could talk to some people, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
but-
Maybe we could throw some people off the boat. Like,
Because
Yeah.
there's 2 stages on the riverboat. There's one on the upper deck and one on the lower deck.
Hey.
So
Upper
Hey,
deck.
you like the upper
You wanna
deck.
do the upper
Deck,
decker?
all right.
Yeah.
Do some
That's
upper
always
decker.
funny.
He poops on the chest.
Yeah.
and that is how we're gonna end the show. So I'm gonna of course Jerry Jonestown Massacre at gmail.com, and if you want to send a voicemail at 682-593-JJTM. Let's end this out with a warning shot. Let's just do it.
Thanks,
Right here.
dudes.
Thanks guys.
I
Appreciate
really
it.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for having us. Thank
Later.
Thank you.
the show's not shown until you bring up an upper decker.
Yeah, it's an upper decker. That was great.
Followed by a super upper decker.
A super upper decker.
Oh, man.
Shit, that was awesome.
So you really going to Kingston?
Yeah, man.
I'm so jealous.
We have to. The thing expires.
We paid for it.
Y'all are fucking for real?
I am.
You and a girl?
I gotta go. Yeah,
I might just show up. Like,
Yeah, do it. Come on.
Your
It's
nap is
cool.
over here, too?
Yeah.
They're like $20 or something for a group on it.
I'm stopping the
$40
broad-
otherwise.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Where's it at?
It's at Royal and 30
There's a bunch, right?
You can hit that
There's
one.
two. There's that.
Yeah, just hit that.
King's Castle.
Yeah.
But
And then hit stop.
King's is the shit.